Isn't that your mom? Come on, hurry.
Deep breaths, honey. Just breathe. Go to your place. Go to your quiet place. Okay.
Got a craving for lots of pecans and a New Orleans-style praline sauce? Do a new pecan praline parfait. And DQ something different.
It starts as a simple idea, a new way of looking at things. And before long, that idea becomes so big, so revolutionary, that it changes everything you do. At U.S. Bank, it's the 5-star service guarantee. 5 ways that you'll get focused and attentive service from every department, every person, every transaction. And that's more than a promise. That's a guarantee. The 5-star service guarantee. Welcome to the new U.S. Bank. This changes everything.
Yeah, have you ever seen a team move so fast?
No way, Puffy. This one's coming down to the wire.
Oh, come on, keep moving. Don't slow down now.
They're giving 110%. They're acting like there's no tomorrow.
I can't believe it, PA. I think they're going to get it done.
He does it. He gets the approval in record time. The customer wins.
Coach, how do your guys do it? Hey, I just train them to make the process simple, fast, and hassle-free, whether it's online or in person. We just want to make the job easy for the customer.
Optimum Mortgage Services, the fast, hassle-free online way to apply for a home loan.
You want your news quick, concise. How about your weather in the first 5 minutes?
A newscast designed for you. UPN 29 News at 10. The big stories and weather in the first 5 minutes.
Welcome back to Target Center. Jim Peterson filling in for our good friend Tom Hanneman alongside my main man Michael Thompson. Let's take a look at the Miller Genuine Draft starting lineups. First for the Seattle SuperSonics. We got Rashard Lewis, Reggie Evans, who gave KG a hard time last time in Seattle, Michael Thompson. Paige Drobniak, Ray Allen, and Brent Berry.
Not a real tall lineup, Jimmy, but a very athletic lineup. There will be a challenge tonight. And there's our boy, Nate McMillan. You and I both played against him when he was just a youngster. Now look at him, a head coach, and doing a fine job in Seattle.
His second full year, no question about that. Flip Saunders, they're starting lineup right now. The small lineup for Minnesota. Kevin Garnett, Wally Szczerbiak, Rashard Lewis.
And now that Rasho's had 2 games to get his game back after the sore ankle, the twisted ankle, he should be at full strength, ready to go tonight from the start.
That's right. Anthony Peeler and Troy Hudson in the backcourt for Minnesota. Flip Saunders looking to get his team back on track after 3 straight losses. Minnesota has not lost 4 games in a row yet this year. Michael Thompson, this game is huge for Minnesota. They got to get that momentum back, as you talked about in your key segment. Beg, borrow, and steal, baby.
Well, man, you got to do what you got to do. We've all been facing desperate times. My desperate times, Jimmy, in my life was the test I took at the University of Minnesota. I was desperate for a passing grade.
You got it, too, brother.
I begged, I borrowed. I didn't steal, though, but I did beg and I borrowed.
KG wins the tap. So important for KG, too. He loves winning that opening tap, doesn't he, Bill?
You know, when I was a player, I never used to lose that opening tap. You know why? Because you could out-quick the bigger guys. As KG turns around for that patented jump shot of his. It's good that he gets off to a fast start, too.
Left box post up for Kevin. He likes to turn right shoulder. That was a nice left shoulder turn for Kevin. Knocks down the jump shot. Rashard Lewis got the ball for the Seattle Sonics. He's been very hot. Brent Berry, a guy who's hurt Minnesota in the past. And you see Reggie Evans, what he does for this Seattle Sonics team, and that's rebound the basketball.
Isn't like everybody have a Reggie Evans on their team, a Mark Madsen, or Eduardo Navarro, just a rugged guy just to do the hustle plays. Joe Smith is that guy for the Wolves, but Joe's also an accomplished offensive player. Here's that Mexico soft running jump hook by Rasho. I think Rashard has the best jump hook in basketball. Can you think of a center that has a better one than him?
Well, I'm thinking Tim Duncan has a pretty good one right now, Bells. Tim Duncan
is that center. Center!
He's a center. Come on, he's not a power forward.
Well, that's what you have him listed as in the program.
Ray Allen, that's his second jump shot in a row, and the last one a 3 for him. You know, he reminds me, he's the Ken Griffey Jr. of the NBA. Smooth stroke, Ray Allen, a pure jump shooter.
That also can mean potential unfulfilled. You better be careful how you call somebody Ken Griffey Jr. Because Griffey Jr. has never been the player that everybody thought he could be, even though he's had some great seasons, but as of late, my goodness, he's disappeared.
You know, Ken Griffey's known for that smooth stroke that he has. He's a natural. And then see Paige Drobniak, what he does too, shoots the 3. Another one of the long line of Yugoslavian players, Michael, making it big here in the NBA.
Well, the Wolves are just slow in their defensive rotations. You notice they've got some nice looks offensively. Rashard should have came down with that look and gathered himself. There's no shot blocker on the floor tonight for the Sonics, so they can really take their time and power up and make sure they can put the ball in the basket. You don't have to rush anything there because there's no shot blocker on the floor. Pick and roll. Here you come. You can just switch this now with these two guys. Oh, that's
another three attempt. All of the shot attempts for the Sonics have been three-point shot attempts. Ray Allen.
And how about the foul on the three-point attempt by Anthony Peeler? That time he was trying to hustle out there to challenge the shot, but his momentum just took him right into Ray Allen.
Really is a fine line, Michael, between getting a hand up on defense and getting pressure out there on the perimeter and doing what we've all learned from the beginning in childhood. You don't foul jump shooters. So it's a fine line. Anthony Peeler getting a little bit overly aggressive that time. And Ray Allen, he is on a roll right now. He has been playing very good basketball for this Sonics team. The last 5 games for him, he had 32 points against the Lakers, and they've got some quality wins since he's been here in Seattle.
Yeah, they're what, 14-7 since he's been here, like you mentioned in the open. Meanwhile, the Bucks are 9-13 since the trade with Gary Payton. So, I don't know. You do the math, Jimmy. You graduated. Who got the better of the deal?
They've got chemistry issues to me in Milwaukee. I think that what shows here in Seattle that Gary Payton had sort of worn out his welcome. And
ooh, Kevin Garnett looked like a pinball going through that time.
Saw Kevin take the blow that time.
That hit the face.
He and Rashard Lewis butting heads, and the foul on Reggie Evans, his first personal foul. You can kind of see this blow right there.
You got Rashard Lewis came up with his shoulder into KG's face. KG looked, glanced up, like, all right, who was that? Who got me? I'm gonna make sure I get him back later. Reggie Evans, what hustle, what a tough rebound that was. Good help down there by how do you say his name?
Drobniak.
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 I just call him Frankenstein.
Well, he looks, he's an imposing figure.
He's a tough guy, too. I like him. Look at this guy go. Nice move by Brent Barry. Always was a slasher, always was a quick guy. He's 32 years of age now. Is that what Barry is right now, about 32? Yep. But with his body type.
Brent Barry, this is his 8th year in the NBA.
With his body, man, he can play until he's 40 because he has no body fat. Tall point guard.
Not a great start for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Sonics find themselves up here 12-4. 9:13 to go in the first quarter.
Days off, adventure on. Chevy can make every spring moment count and make your money count. GM owners and lessees get up to $5,500 towards the purchase of a 2003 Chevy Silverado half-ton regular cab. That's up to $5,500 towards the purchase of any 2003 Silverado half-ton regular cab. It's the perfect time to make every moment and your money count. See your select Heartland Chevy dealers today.
Chicken, the tidbits, some of those fried potato things, and what do you want to drink?
Milk.
And milk.
Please pull forward.
Thanks, honey.
This would never happen at home. That's why it'll never happen here. At Old Country Buffet, we know there's a difference between fast food and good food fast. That's why we have everything from healthy salads to home-style entrees ready and waiting. So don't drive through, walk through. Old Country Buffet, great choice.
Every day you're faced with choices. Some affect your livelihood, like which grass herbicide you use. You want one that works hard in the spring, but leaves you with lots of choices later on. That's why you want Option Corn Herbicide. It controls all your major grasses and key broadleaves. And Option gives you choices, like using MSO, the high-performance adjuvant that makes all your post-herbicides perform better. That kind of freedom can really pay off down the road. Option, grass control that puts you in control.
Welcome back to Target Center, where the Wolves continue on a hunt for another win. Try to break the slump with 3 losses in a row. By the way, why don't you do yourself a favor, call 651-488-8888 right now to get your Hungry Like a Wolf meal deal from Pizza Hut for only $18.99. Even Jimmy Peterson will pay for this. $18.99. You get 2 medium, 1 top pizzas, 10 buffalo wings, an order of breadsticks, and a 2-liter of Pepsi.
pretty good deal, Bill.
Doesn't that sound good?
Brent Barry misses the free throw.
We should order that up right now.
Can we eat courtside?
Doesn't basketball make you hungry?
I know Kevin McHale used to eat courtside when he did TV, so.
He's the boss. He can do whatever he wants.
No, this is before he was the boss.
Oh.
That's why he's the boss now. Kevin knocks down the jump shot.
Wolves will start off slow here, Jimmy, but as you know, you just gotta, keep your poise, keep playing, don't panic. We've only got about, 104 minutes to go in the game, so even though you start off slow here, just pick up the defensive intensity. Like that. It's a good start right there.
That's going to be the matchup to watch is Rashard Lewis and Wally Szczerbiak. Szczerbiak's got to get on track offensively, but Rashard Lewis has been very good offensively over the last 5 games for the Sonics.
Well, that time tried to force his way in the lane. Good hands by the Sonics. AP, that's always a good sign for the Wolves when AP can knock down his first shot.
Even during the 3-game losing streak for Minnesota, Anthony Peeler has played exceptionally well. He's been scoring in double figures consistently. He's been Minnesota's best outside threat from beyond the arc, and AP knocks down his first shot.
Did you know that Anthony Peeler was this good a defensive player over the years you've seen him play? He's picked up his defensive intensity or play this level this year, hasn't he? Brent Barry trying to split that double team there by Rashard and Troy Hudson. A lot of point guards or guards you see do that now. When the trap comes on the outside, guys try to split it and go directly to the hoop. There's a nice ball moving by the Wolves, finding the open shooter. And that's the kind of offense Flip wants to see them play on a consistent basis. Just moving the ball and knocking down the open shooter. This guy, Ray Allen, doesn't need much room to get a shot off as Reggie Evans runs down another rebound. What's that about, his 20th rebound so far? Seems like it, 4 already. At this pace, he'll have 50 by the end of the game. He's getting 1 a minute. Wow, Reggie Lewis would have been challenged, KG. Usually nobody gets in there. But wouldn't you say that Kevin Garnett gathers in more rebounds at or above the rim than any player in the NBA?
I'll tell you what, I've made this statement before. I've been ridiculed by certain members of the Traveler League.
Always ridiculed
for saying that Kevin Garnett is the greatest, one of the greatest defensive rebounders I've ever seen. I mean, he hoovers up rebounds that no one else can get. AP taking the jump shot, missing on his second attempt.
Who would dare challenge a statement like that? Because you're right. You're right.
I mean, he is. I mean, other than Dennis Rodman, Michael Cage was pretty good, but Kevin Garnett is by far the greatest defensive rebounder in the game right now.
Oh, there's no question about it. Better than Ben Wallace, you think?
Well, I think he is, because you ask Kevin to do so much. Ben Wallace, that's all he's supposed to do is rebound the basketball. Kevin scores the ball. He plays defense. He plays 4 or 5 positions.
Right on cue. He grabs another one. He must be hearing you talking about him over here, Jimmy Peterson.
It's always good to see Troy get on track with his first jump shot. Seems to play so much better, Bells, when he makes his first shot. Troy tends to struggle after quarter number 1. He makes the majority of his shots, and with most consistency in period number 1.
Why does he fade in the second half? I think it's a matter of fatigue, or just not as not as aggressive as he should be.
You know what? With Troy Hudson, I think some of it is learning how to be a starting point guard. I mean, he was up for 6th Man of the Year award last year in Orlando.
He's 6 foot tall. That's when he played point guard his whole basketball life, from AAU through high school, college, and now he should know how to play point guard.
I think he does, but it's adapted to the NBA game. I think that the minutes he's playing right now comes off a high pick, but Kevin fading to the baseline. Troy knocking down his second jump shot.
Says, I'll show you how to play point guard, Jim Peterson. Dare you talk about me?
9-0 run for Minnesota, getting back to level with the Seattle Sonics here.
The Wolves are playing much better defense, too. Let Reggie Evans shoot that. See what he's got. Oh, all right. So you can knock down a 15-footer, 17-footer. That's cool.
Reggie Evans averaged 15 points, 11.5 rebounds in his 2 years in Iowa. Played 2 years at Coffee Junior College. Where's Coffeeville Junior College, Bells?
Got to be in Seattle. Since that's where Starbucks is. That's where all the coffee comes from now, doesn't it?
Coffeeville JC. That's where Reggie Evans played.
That just goes to show you, man, no matter where you are as a player, because everybody thinks you got to go to Minnesota, you got to go to Michigan or Arizona, the big schools to be discovered. Scouts will find you wherever you are as long as you can play the game. Another rebound for Kevin Garnett. How many does he have tonight? 4?
Garnett's hoovering him up, too. He's got 4 rebounds already. Troy trying to knock down that third jump shot, bouncing around and in. How did that one go in?
Oh, that's when you know you've got a good shooting night going, when you get that kind of touch. That's a shooter's touch. What do you mean, how did it go in?
How about that? How about that?
You never experienced that when you played.
I did experience it, Bells, plenty of times.
Sure, you did a good old St. Louis Park. You betcha. You were the man back there, the legend. Oh, nice move by Brent Barry on a turn the corner. That's Hudson, you have to jump out real strong and not prevent a guy from going to the basket. You come out there to help like Rashard did. He did a good job trying to fill in with Troy Hudson, but didn't cut him off.
As this, see Troy, little high screen with Kevin again. He knocked his first jump shot down by doing this, and then the kind bounce off the front of the rim, off the glass, and in.
It's called a Troy touch, baby.
That's right. Troy's got a nice shooting touch. And how about that display, Michael, against the San Antonio Spurs here at Target Center when Troy went off?
You know, I heard something. When we were down in Orlando last week, they said Doc Rivers and the Magic didn't want Troy back because he shot too much. Mainly, you know, but I was thinking, wait a minute, you need as many shooters as you can. Yeah, he shoots a lot, but he's a good shooter. Look at that little teardrop. He actually got away with a travel on that one. Wolves were fortunate not to hear the whistle. But you always can use a shooter like Troy Hudson. I can't believe the Magic just gave up on him. Imagine how much better the Magic would be if he was down there helping out Tracy McGrady in the backcourt.
No question about it.
Sometimes
Kevin Ollie into the ball game, Michael, excuse me.
Sometimes coaches and general managers don't appreciate what they have, right? This play always works, but you ever notice that? Nice pass.
Well, it kills me. You're right. It's a high screen. Troy comes off that screen and fades into the corner, and they have different options off of it, obviously, but it does. You're right. We talk about this all the time on the radio side, Chad and I. It's amazing how often that play works. So you'd think this advanced scouting, you'd be able to sniff that one out, but hey, go back to the well. It keeps on working for you.
Maybe the coaches tell the players that the players coming and they just don't pay attention. Air ball, look at big Jerome James showing the touch and a nice little turnaround there.
Jerome James, originally drafted by the Sacramento Kings, put on a ton of weight. Just a very heavy player. His in-and-out game with KG. Troy Hudson, Minnesota knocks down their second three-point shot.
See how much easier the game is, Jimmy, when you move the ball crisply and you just, you know, go up and shoot the ball. Don't think about it. Don't put any pressure on yourself. Just shoot it right in rhythm. That was a nice rhythm shot that time by Troy Hudson. Rhythm pass and a rhythm shot. See Jerome James got the kind of post moves. Power dribble there inside. He gets in the lane and he passes the shot up. Take off and shoot the jump hook. Another rebound by Kevin Garnett. He's on his way to 20 tonight. Troy's feeling it, Jimmy. Oh, that looked good. That was right on line from our vantage point.
He had Minnesota's last 9 points, so why not? Heat check for Troy Hudson. Kevin Ollie, of course, came in to trade with Ray Allen. Ray takes that jump shot. Gets the rebound back, but Kevin gets the steal. Loose ball.
Nice pass out. Take it all the way to the basket.
The left-hander Anthony Peeler takes it to the strong side for him, the left side of the glass, and kisses it off. Minnesota on a nice run right now, up 24-19. Nate McMillan wants a timeout, Michael. Minnesota coming up big here in this first quarter. Getting some good play from players like Troy Hudson, Anthony Peeler. Minnesota's defense coming alive here. Anthony Peeler taking to the rack, and we'll be right back after this timeout.
Filter what you don't need. Keep what's good. MGD.
To Wendy's for a cold one. One of our delicious garden sensation salads, like our chicken BLT with marinated chicken, fresh greens, and grape tomatoes. Made fresh all day, every day, so you can take it wherever you go. The garden sensation salads from Wendy's. It's better here. And our pickup window is open till 1 a.m. or later, so you can eat great even late.
Welcome back to Target Center. Jim Peterson filling in for the ailing Tom Hanneman. We want to wish Hanny the best right now. We know he's back listening to us, Michael Thompson and myself. And we want to welcome a gentleman who actually did something very kind. Minnesota Timberwolves every year have the Taste of the Timberwolves. It's the charity annual event. And Lynn Tongas, you bid on this opportunity to sit next to Michael Thompson and what would have been Tom Hanneman. I'm sorry for disappointing you like this.
No, not at all whatsoever. This is a thrill.
Great to have you with us.
You paid to sit next to us?
I did, and I'll tell you, they put a value on all those items, and this particular item was priceless.
Really?
Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, on behalf
that's
of Tom Hanneman,
that's because he thought Hanneman was going to be sitting here, not you, Jim Peterson.
Tom Hanneman, you know, it's like getting Dick Cheney versus the president. Bush, right? It's like
that's right. Well, Cheney is the president. We all know that.
Oh, come on.
Well, Lynn, baby, it's great to have you here, and you are seeing yourself a real nice game thus far. As the Sonics and the Wolves are putting on quite a nice little show here. Wolves, of course, look like they're working themselves out of that little slump they were in, because they're doing it on the defensive end with good ball movement on this end of the floor.
The basket by Jerome James broke a 20-6 run by Minnesota.
Stay up on this guy. Good defense by Kendall Gill. Very good defense. Faded with Allen going to his left. Faded with Allen going with him and bothered the shot a little bit. Rashard will get a break, and Mr. Energy, Mark Jackson, will check in. The most verbal, vocal player in the NBA. Wouldn't you say, Jimmy Peterson?
There's no question about it. That is so important, too, Bells, to get somebody who's going to be out there and talk on defense. If you had 5 guys talking as much as he does, he'd be really well off as a defensive unit. How about the rebound by Garnett?
I tell you, he jumps so easy. Since David Robinson, there hasn't been an easier jumper like Kevin Garnett is. Hudson putting on a show here in the first quarter.
Troy Hudson, 5 of 7, 11 points for Troy.
First half Hudson, that's what we call him.
He's got 3 assists already too, Mike.
But, you know, he's being aggressive. I guess, you know, Cliff probably had a talk with him, saying, Troy, you got to be more aggressive. You can't allow point guards to do to you what Steve Nash did on Sunday. And it's like Troy is taking a challenge. Jerome James getting caught with an offensive foul. That's one of my pet peeves about this game, Jimmy Peterson. Big guys like you and me, when we play, don't know how to set screens anymore. But here's Troy Hudson challenging the defense and going right over the top of big 7-foot, 295-pound Jerome James. How come big guys can't set picks anymore, Jimmy?
That's a good question.
It's like a baseball player who doesn't know how to bunt.
We used to get beaten when we practiced.
Or a football player who can't block. Randy Moss.
Is that close circuit to Randy Moss, Michael Thompson?
Well, I see my boy Randy out there sort of shaking hands on the defensive back instead of knocking him down. So you can spring Michael Bennett for one of those 80-yard runs. I love Randy Moss. I'm just kidding, Randy. But you need to block him.
Steady died of high pick and roll. Troy again. Troy knocking down another jumper. That's 13 for Troy Hudson on 6 of 8 shooting.
Oh, Troy, boy. Let him keep shooting. You know, when a player gets this hot, you know what you do, Jimmy? You let him keep shooting, and you don't take him out unless he asks to come out. Hopefully, Flip will leave him in there at the end of this quarter and say, Troy, just keep going until you get tired or until you get cold.
You know, Kevin Garnett averages about 40.5 minutes a game is what Kevin averages per game.
Is that too many? You think that's too many?
And I think that's just right. But Troy Hudson, he's averaging, Michael Thompson, about 33 a game. Troy Hudson right there knocking down the jump shot. And you know, he's gotten worn down because of the injury to Rod Strickland and because Mike Wilkes has come in and done a fine job. But, you know, Flip doesn't rely much on Mike Wilkes to shoulder the responsibility. It's on Troy Hudson's shoulders to shoulder. And I think that he's been a little bit worn down over this past 10-12 games. And Troy's done a great job this year, considering the fact that Terrell Brandon was supposed to be Minnesota's #1 point guard.
Yeah, but I don't know. We've all played a lot of minutes in our year. I don't that fatigue thing and being tired, you can rest in between games. You know, because Flip does a good job not wearing the guys out in practice. So you got to put that kind of fatigue stuff out of your mind and tell yourself you're not tired. You can rest between games.
Troy going to the well again. He's got 13 of Minnesota's last 15 points.
Oh, nice steal by Kendall Gill. He did not agree with that. Kendall timed that little defensive move, that little shoot-through move, reach-through move just perfectly. But you got to remember, he's going against a superstar in Ray Allen. So sometimes, you know, those referees get the benefit of the doubt to the superstar like Ray Allen. Kendall Gill used to be a superstar at one time, didn't he, Jimmy?
I just was going to say, you know, Kendall Gill in his time was a 24-point-a-game scorer. Kendall was a big-time scorer in this league.
Hey, join KG and the Wolves as they prepare for the playoff drive by purchasing the MVP pack. you get 2 tickets for the Clippers. Bulls and home playoff game number 1. Plus 2 kg for MVP t-shirts for only $88. Call 612-337-DUNK. Extension 1 right now. Operators are standing by throughout tonight's game. 612-337-DUNK. For those guys who went to St. Louis Park who don't know how to spell dunk.
Well, I used to do it all the time in games, so I certainly know how to spell it.
I know that's true. Troy Hudson. Oh, no way, Troy. You cannot be that hot. That is illegal.
Well, luckily, Troy Hudson is this hot from the field. He's got 16 points.
Heidi Klum isn't that hot.
Hey, I'll tell you what, Bills. He's Minnesota.
Cheryl Tiggs is not that
here
hot
right now.
Well, nobody's as hot as that, Troy.
She's pretty hot. How about Christy Turlington?
Yeah, she's hot. Radmanovich, I like this kid. That's why.
He hurt Minnesota last year in the last game of the matchup. He had 20 points in that ball game. He can shoot.
Looks like a beatnik too, doesn't he?
Well, the quarter ends on Kevin's shot attempt. Minnesota lucky that they were so hot from the field. Seattle 9 of 11 from the free throw line. Minnesota did not attempt a free throw in that first quarter, but thanks to Troy Hudson and Anthony Peeler, Kevin Garnett's rebounding, Wolves are up 31-27 going into period number 2. We'll see what happens coming up next.
Thanks to available X-Ria Sport suspension, windy roads struggle to make it sway. Because of its standard 245 horsepower engine, tough terrain has difficulty slowing it down. And with so many safety and performance refinements, steep mountains often fail to hold it back. The all-new 4Runner. No other SUV has ever been on its terrain.
Cover your home with savings on siding from Menards. Smart panels by Louisiana Pacific have an attractive wood grain surface and are engineered to last longer than standard siding panels. On sale $18.88 a 4x8 sheet. Finish your home with a lifetime warranty garage door by Ideal. This 9x7-foot insulated raised panel door is on sale just $229. A 16x7-foot door is $389. Open the door to quality and value at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Introducing new cinnamon sticks from Pizza Hut. They're delicious and they're free when you buy a large pepperoni pizza for just $9.99. Get 10 luscious, freshly baked treats with cinnamon and sugar in every mouthwatering morsel free. Just order a large Pizza Hut pizza piled high with pepperoni, just $9.99. And we'll sweeten the deal with 10 of our new cinnamon sticks free. Is that a sweet deal or what? At Pizza Hut.
Today, this Ranger built an addition. Pulled its weight, found the shortcut, and took the girlfriend to dinner. With the loaded Ranger 4-door Super Cab, a hard day's work is a lot of fun. No wonder it's been a #1 seller for 15 years. And right now, you can lease a new St. Paul-built Ford Ranger for just $185 a month for 36 months. Hey, people expect a lot from their trucks, and Ranger delivers. Only at your Northland Ford dealer.
UPN Wednesday.
They're holding my ship hostage.
A new life form inhabits the crew.
It's not safe!
A suspenseful Enterprise event.
Tonight at 11 on UPN 29.
Back at Target Center, Jim Peterson alongside Michael Thompson. I'm filling in for the ailing Tom Hanneman, but one guy who's not ailing right now, Michael Thompson, is Troy Hudson. Now, of the 14 first field goals for Minnesota, Troy's got 7 of them. He's red hot.
Yeah, I tell you, this guy is Jennifer Garner hot. He is Mira Sorvino hot right now. Everything he throws up is
not Cheryl Tiggs hot again.
She's all right. But then Troy Hudson, of course, is all right. Everything he's throwing up is going in. And look at this. I like what Flip is doing, leaving him out there. Even though he played a full quarter, you leave a hot player in the game until he cools off. I like that kind of coaching strategy and recognizing the situation by Flip Saunders.
Joe Smith into the ball game as well. Blocked by Kevin. The big lineup now for Minnesota. Kevin Garnett, Mark Jackson, Joe Smith, along with Kendall Gill and Troy Hudson.
Jerome James made a mistake. He was rolling into the lane as Joe Smith knocks down the open jump shot. Joe's one of the better standstill shooters for big man in the game.
Yes, he is.
Jerome James, big guy, makes it look like in the lane. Just throw up your hook. But he came right back into the teeth of the defense.
How
Kevin
about this,
Garnett.
Michael? Not a turnover for Minnesota in the first quarter. Field goal percentages, you see those. Red hot Minnesota, 63% from the floor. JJ was right there at the front of the rim and turned it down.
Will you please shoot the basketball, big fella?
That was the looming defense of Kevin Garnett and Joe Smith right there.
And since you mentioned no turnovers by the Wolves, you know you probably jinxed them.
I'm just Walter Cronkite here, Michael. I'm just reporting the news as I see it. Much like our embedded reporters in Iraq.
You're just like, don't get kicked out like Geraldo.
JJ Jerome James, who has come a long way as a player, but still cannot take it weak when you come inside against Kevin Garnett.
Oh, I see why he came back that way. Mark Jackson did a good job cutting him off. Joe forced him to go to his right shoulder, and KG was waiting for him.
That's right. Big Jack gets the roll on that free throw.
KG was waiting for him like a wolf waiting for a rabbit.
Troy Hudson gets a nice round of applause as he takes his seat. Mike Wilkes into the ball game. He will be our feature at halftime. He is a nice young man. He is started out his season, Michael, with the Milwaukee Bucks in training camp. Played some sparingly minutes in Atlanta. Did a nice job in Atlanta, but they did have to release him. It was a money thing more than anything else. They liked him there.
Well, Mike's got that little, still going to get him for half price at Twins games because he still got look like a 12-year-old. Well, he does.
He's a non-holder. That's right.
Got that baby face. Oh, Radmanovich, I like him, man. This kid can play.
Another long line of great Yugoslavian players. Peja Stojkovic, Vladimir Radmanovich. Great shooters.
Just keep moving, keep moving. While the offense bogs down, Mark Jackson did a good job coming in from the weak side, getting in this inside position, but didn't need him that time as Wilkes knocks down the jumper. Mike Wilkes is a good shooter. I think he needs to concentrate and show more confidence in that shot.
No question about it.
He's just so conscious. A nice defense that time by Mike Wilson. Challenges that shot by
Kevin Ollie.
Kevin Ollie. I almost call him Stan and Ollie. Oh, what a move.
Oh, what a play by Joe. That's Mark Jackson taking the charge. Whenever you see somebody taking a charge, you assume it's Joe Smith, but
or Vlade Divac.
Vlade flops. Joe actually takes.
What do you think that was?
Now that's a great defensive play by Big Jack.
But it was a little bit of Sidney Poitier. Sidney Poitier can't act that good. Are you kidding me?
That was some serious contact right there. Kendall Gill with the open jump shot, a little bit short. Ray Allen the rebound.
Rushed it. Radmanovich, oh, he passed him the shot. Nice matchup right here, Rich. Rashard Lewis versus KG.
Great play by Kendall Gill. But forced the issue too much. Tried to beat the double team that time. Kevin Ollie with the jump shot in transition. Of course, Kevin Garnett and Joe Smith all over that rebound. That's Minnesota's first turnover, by the way.
So yeah, I told you we were going to jinx them.
Kendall Gill, you don't mind those kind of turnovers. Kendall making a great defensive play, pushing it in transition, loses it. See Eldon Campbell into the ball game. He's well traveled. I thought he had a home in New Orleans, Michael, playing with the Hornets. I thought he was going to be a good player, but it did not work out. He was traded at the trade deadline.
He's got a lot of talent, as you see right there. That's never been his problem. His problem's been kind of lethargic throughout his career and doesn't work as hard as he should be, but he's a very talented player. And he will be a free agent this summer. Would you sign him if you had a couple of $1 million to look for a backup center?
Probably not. Joe Smith, a nice lefty jump hook from the baseline.
Yeah, Joe does
probably not, but fails. You know why? I just think that Eldon hasn't shown to me that he wants it bad enough. I mean, I would have liked to have had him before he went to Charlotte.
How about signing him and not guaranteeing his money? Make him have to actually work for it and stick around?
What universe are you living in?
It could be done. He isn't like a...
Who doesn't have guaranteed money in this league? Especially someone like Eldon Campbell.
Well, you can do that if you think that he's not going to give you 100% after night in, night out to guarantee his money. Then you don't have to sign him to a guaranteed contract. You just do that for the star players, guys who really want it. The Wally Serbiaks, the Kevin Garnetts, the Rashard Lewis, people like that.
Mark Jackson with the short jump shot. Ray Allen.
Not every contract in the NBA is guaranteed. His is, Ray Allen's is, but not every contract.
Well, you name me a player who is an established player like Eldon Campbell who doesn't have guaranteed money, and I'll show you a player I don't want to have in my roster. Yeah, you can see Mark Jackson, as physical as he plays, sometimes he plays smart basketball. That's a great move right there by Mark Jackson. We'll be right back after.
There's only 2 ugly people in the world, and your mama's both of them.
You know, your mama's so fat, she stepped on the dollar and made change.
I heard your mama's so ugly, she robbed the bank with no gun, just stuck her head over the counter and say, put that money in that bag. Stick 'em up. Stick 'em up.
Timing was a little off.
Oh, timing was a little off. Timing was way off.
You're not funny.
Tell it over a great tasting, less filling Miller Lite. It's Miller time.
Up top.
Don't mess with Dodge Ram, Durango, and Dakota. Part of the most powerful, longest-lasting line of trucks. Grab Dodge's new 7-year, 70,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Ford, Chevy, and Toyota don't match it.
Little boy asks his neighbors why they're always working on their yard. Neighbor looks up. Nothing more relaxing. Nothing wrong with getting your hands dirty. Boy's dad asks how they manage it all. Neighbor nods across the yard. Nothing runs like a deer. John Deere lawn and garden tractors. Durability, precision, versatility, and exclusive support. For everyone who puts more into their yard and expects more out of their tractor.
Find out which John Deere is right for you at your authorized dealer.
Welcome back to the Target Center, where the Wolves are enjoying an 8-point lead. Now they're looking like the Minnesota Timberwolves we all remember and love. Hey, yesterday, Gary Trent and members of the All-Star Reading Team read to Centennial Elementary School students at Outback Steakhouse as part of the Minnesota Timberwolves Read to Achieve program, sponsored by Outback Steakhouse. Ooh, I'm getting hungry just reading this. Check out Timberwolves.com for more information. Good thing that Gary Trent and the players do on a regular basis, giving back to the community, giving back to kids. You can never do enough of that, right, Jimmy Peterson?
I bet he could get any kid to read. Just
stare him, just look at him.
I'll tell you what, you know, Gary Trent, I mean, he does have that presence of being sort of an intimidator, but he is one of the nicest guys.
Doesn't he remind you of Sonny Liston?
Great, he's got a great sense of humor.
You remember Sonny Liston? He's got that Sonny Liston stare.
See points in the paint, Michael. Minnesota dominating 10-0 right now.
10-0. That's the way it should be. Minnesota's a much better team in the paint than the Sonics are, so they should look to that. They don't utilize that strength enough, I think. At times when they struggle, it's when they abandon their inside strength with KG and Mark and Joe and Rashard. And Gary Trent when he's in there. And even Wally can go in there and post up and beat up on little guys.
Wally's actually a very good post-up player. Right. He's not just a jump shooter. Kevin Garnett, shot rejected by Joe Smith into the corner.
Still no points in the paint. Still no points in the paint with that kind of defensive effort. Now that is how you respond from the weak side defense. Yeah. Joe Smith showing a clinic right there.
Well, I know that you and I disagree on this point, but I'm going back to saying that Minnesota was a little bit tired on this last stretch, and Joe Smith showing that he is fully energized after having a couple days to get his legs back.
Tired? Did he used to get tired in the season?
Well, did you? At times, guys got tired. Hey, you played with Magic Johnson and James Worthy. You never had to worry about what's going on up there. You guys had guys to do your heavy lifting for you. You did light work.
In my younger days in the league, I was always top 5 in minutes played. I never got tired. I was in shape.
Yeah, but when you got older, though, you played with Magic and Worthy and Kareem and Michael Cooper.
And I really didn't get tired.
That's right, because you only played about 10 minutes a game back then. How could you get tired?
Hey, you go to when you survive a month of Pat Riley's practices, and you'll know about fatigue. Now that's when you're tired. Games were like a vacation to us, trying to survive his practices. We were like taking a trip to Palm Springs.
Go talk to somebody who doesn't know what really happened back in those days. Michael, come on now.
What?
You did the light lifting. Magic and Kareem did the heavy lifting.
Yeah, they never got tired. You gotta, what did Vince Lombardi once say? Fatigue makes chickens of us all.
Well, you have to admit, the Wolves went through a pretty tough schedule. Elton Campbell rejecting that shot.
Of course they did. I'm not saying that they didn't.
I'm not saying it's not necessarily even physical tiredness, Michael. Sometimes it's mental.
Yeah, well, you got to fight that. That's the toughest part. Just getting, going through the lethargy of having to go through another game, another practice. You have to fight that off. You're right. It's mental fatigue. Right?
Kendall Gill, he's going to take a seat. Anthony Peeler is going to come back in and do some more duty at that off-guard position. Rashard Lewis
Sonics
set the check in as well.
Sonics showed some good defense down there with those back-to-back block shots.
That's right. Big Jack, he's going to sit down. Mark Jackson, in his time. Yep, no question about it.
I like Mark.
2 free throws for Big Jack and 3 rebounds, but played great defense in the painted area with Kevin Garnett and Joe Smith.
So Mark is sort of like a poor man's Moses Malone, the way he works in there.
I'll tell you what.
How about that turnover? But that's okay. That's 3 Wolves going after run, rebound. I like to see that kind of hustle.
The Sonics did play last night in Chicago. They did win an overtime game, 101-94.
What's gotten into Eddie Curry lately, Jimmy?
Well, I'd say what, he's really coming on, isn't he? He's living up to all the expectations as Brent Berry knocks down the J.
Eddie Curry, the big center, young center for the Chicago Bulls, it's like the light has gone on the last month.
28 points for him in that ball game last night, and he has become a man. I mean, he has surpassed Tyson Chandler. The 6-foot jump hook by Rashard went 7. We got a timeout. The Seattle Sonics making a move here in the second quarter, but the Wolves still hold a 5-point lead, 39-34 going into the break. We'll be back after this timeout.
You're bound to have a good time with Verizon Wireless and unlimited text messaging for only $2.99 monthly access. Plus, share unlimited night and weekend minutes on the America's Choice National Family Share Plan. So don't miss out on some surefire fun. Verizon Wireless, we never stop working for you.
The luxurious Lexus ES comes available with rich leather and a Mark Levinson premium sound system. We pursue perfection, so you can pursue living. Only at Lexus of Wayzata and Lexus of Maplewood.
The food there, like nothing I've ever tasted. I'm a food critic, and I figured it out. It's a whole new way of cooking. Now, some restaurants use microwaves. Ugh. But over there, they use what I call macrowaves, giant beams of light shooting into the sky. It brings out the flavors. What the heck was that?
Welcome back to Target Center. Jim Peterson alongside Michael Thompson, where the Wolves have a 5-point lead right now here in period number 2. And Nate McMillan has guided his team since the big blockbuster trade that sent Gary Payton to Milwaukee for Ray Allen and Kevin Ollie. Look at the record since the trade. 14-7 since the big trade. Ray Allen, he has been monster. They've had some real quality wins, Michael Thompson. They've beaten the Lakers twice since Ray Allen's been there. Kevin Ollie also the nice backup role for this team, backing up Brent Berry, and there you see Ray Allen, the baby face of Ray Allen.
That's what peace and harmony, you know, you don't have all that infighting that was going on and all this crazy stuff, the intangibles that was going on when Gary Payton was around, worrying about his contract, not getting along with the owner, the general manager, or instead of President Wally Walker, of course. So you get that kind of mess out of your locker room, you get more of a harmonious situation, you play better.
That's huge, Michael. There's no question about it. That's one of the biggest factors.
What is Mary?
The season's too long to be worrying about guys' contracts, and Anthony Pillard tries
Mary J. Blige.
Again.
Mary J. Blige said about best. No more drama in your life, man.
Kevin Ollie, the phantom foul going to the rack that time.
I look at it this way, Jimmy. When our troops are going through and facing over in Iraq and Afghanistan, we got no reason to complain about anything over here, do we?
You got that right.
We got so much to be thankful for. So what if we're having a bad day at work, a bad month or whatever? Big deal. Hey, for your chance to win free Timberwolves tickets and meet Crunch, come to the Blaine Cup Foods on April 5th from 1 to 3. Now, for more information, check out Timberwolves.com and come be a part of this great event. Sponsored by Freshetta Frozen Pizza.
That's right, you got it.
I love. What's your favorite kind of pizza? What's your favorite toppings?
Favorite toppings.
Favorite toppings. Talk about toppings. What's your favorite toppings?
Pepperoni and pineapple.
Pineapple?
Come on, man. You're from the Bahamas. You're supposed to like pineapple and bananas.
I like it, but not on pizza.
Papaya.
I like it in my drinks on the beach.
How about Bahama Mama right now?
Ooh,
Kevin
yeah.
only misses 2 free throws, by the way. Kevin comes into the ball game and knocks down a J on Vladimir Radmanovich. Kevin let him have it.
Kevin knows that he can do anything in the low post that he wants to do against Radmanovich or any one of these Sonics front guys. He just can't deal with him, and he's playing with what do you call that? Impunity? Is that a word? Just doing whatever he wants to in the low post. Nothing you can do about that. That turnaround jump. You played with a guy with a turnaround jump shot like that, didn't you? And the Dream, Hakeem Olajuwon.
Absolutely.
Who's got better moves in the low post, Hakeem or Kevin Garnett?
Well, come on. You're talking about, I mean,
now Kevin's got some good ones now.
Kevin's got some great post-up moves, but Hakeem Olajuwon is a master. I mean,
who was better then, Kevin McHale or Hakeem Olajuwon?
Well, Dream had more power. Kevin had more deceptive moves.
I didn't ask you that. I said who was better.
Well, if you're asking me who I'd rather have in my team, I'd rather have the Dream. Because the Dream's been, you know, Kevin McHale, obviously.
I didn't ask you that either. I asked you who had better low post moves. Hakeem, Your Honor, he's avoiding the question. Who had better low post moves, the Dream or McHale?
24-second violation goes back to Minnesota.
Are you going to answer my question?
I'm going with the Dream. That's what I'm going with.
Why didn't you say that from the start?
I thought I did say that.
Oh, yeah. That's the questions like Bill Clinton. 20 minutes to get to the answer.
Oh, man, I'm not.
Oh, look at that. You trying to tell me that Hakeem Olajuwon's better than that? No way. You are looking at the new Dream, baby.
Tell you what, Kevin comes into the ballgame. He goes 2-2. Minnesota was 0 for 5 from the field when Kevin was sitting on the bench. So he comes back in and makes an instant impact. His plus-minus is second only to Tim Duncan's.
Guys like Kevin Garnett make you a great coach, huh? Give the ball to Kevin. That's
Rashard Lewis, that's his first make of the night. He's 1 for 6 in the ballgame. That's his first 2 points. He's got 1 rebound and 2 assists. So the second leading scorer in this basketball team, Rashard Lewis, is getting on the board for the first time with about 3.5 minutes to go in the ball in the first half.
22 years old. Ladies and gentlemen, number 7 for the Sonics was offered $64 million for 7 years. This kid right here, and he took about a month to sign the contract as he mulled it over. Jimmy, I would have cut every one of my fingers and signed my name in blood. $64 million, and he'll be 29.
You could have cut just one, though, and gotten the job done, probably. Just an index finger.
I'd have made sure I cut every one up so I wouldn't run out of blood to sign that contract, baby. And he's going to be 29 when that contract runs out, so he's going to get another 100. Oh, to be young and good these days, huh? Look at that. Look at that good defense by the youngsters we talk about it. Rashard Lewis.
World needs to get on track because he's only 1 of 3 from the field. He's got 2 points. And Wally Szczerbiak has been a non-factor in this ball game.
And when you're right, though, he's trying to do it on defensive end, though. You're right, because when Wally gets it going, that makes the Wolves a much better team. Rashard Lewis took too much time.
Suddenly pulled out of jump shots on the Sonics, Michael. Only 2 points in the paint in this first half so far. Szczerbiak loaded up from outside.
Hey, right on cue.
Inside the arc.
You heard you talking about it, Jimmy. Well, shoot, they got to get him more shots. So Wally should take about, what, 15 to 20 shots a game?
Yeah, I mean, and we talked about this earlier. I would even post Wally up more often. I mean, he did a lot of that at Miami of Ohio. He was a great post-up player. Ray Allen showing his moves on Anthony Peeler. Last time the Wolves saw Ray Allen in Seattle, he had 29 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists. Tough. Nice move. Good baseline drive by Ray Allen.
And to go around Kevin Garnett. That's quite an accomplishment. He's not afraid to go out there and challenge those little guys. Cut. Somebody cut. Move. Give Kevin a target. Don't just stand there and watch him.
Well, Minnesota has done a good job of keeping them out of the painted area as Barry goes to the basket on cue.
Still showing that explosive first step at 32 years of age.
That's their second basket in the painted area, Michael, but it's second chance points. They're getting second attempts by offensive rebounding the basketball. Nice jump shot by Troy Hudson. Second chance points, Michael. Seattle leads 11-2 in that category. They also lead in the rebounding column right now, which is also a concern for Minnesota, 21-15.
You're right about that. Coaches hate to see you give up second chance opportunities for anybody. That kind of stat will catch it to you and kill you. Kevin Garnett comes out and crashes Reggie Evans.
Seattle timeout coming into this break right now. Minnesota trying to hold on to this lead, actually extended by 2. 2 of these points coming on the soft touch of Wally Szczerbiak from
Get him more shots.
right
Wally
wing.
needs more shots.
I hear you, Michael.
Where's my meatball sandwich? I was trying to get a meatball sandwich.
Treasure Island Resort and Casino.
It starts as a simple idea, a new way of looking at things. And before long, that idea becomes so big, so revolutionary, that it changes everything you do. At U.S. Bank, it's the 5-star service guarantee. 5 ways that you'll get focused and attentive service from every department, every person, every transaction. And that's more than a promise. That's a guarantee. The 5-star service guarantee. Welcome to the new U.S. Bank. This changes everything.
Back at Target Center, Jim Peterson sitting in for Tom Hanneman alongside Michael Thompson, and that young man is going to be the topic of our discussion at halftime. Got a little feature on Mike Wilkes. Michael and I will also be back and talking about the NBA scoreboard and what's going on around the NBA, and also first half highlights and statistics.
What's the latest you've heard on Rod Strickland? What about his health? Is he going to be ready for the playoffs?
You know what, Rod is worse than people think. I think that Rod, this week will tell with Rod. They really need him. And Flip,
Gee, you think?
Flip is really doing a good job, I think, of patchworking right now his point guard position together. I mean, Flip's system speaks for itself. I mean, they're always one of the tops in the NBA in terms of fewest turnovers in the NBA, and that talks and says that how good Flip coaches that position, because his point guards aren't turnover prone. He keeps those mistakes down, which also puts him in a situation where he's going to win basketball games, and that guy has done a great job coaching his basketball team.
Well, Flip was an accomplished point guard himself. Didn't play at the NBA level, but he was as good a college point guard as you'll find. You know, I played with him. You're too young to remember Flip's on this.
Oh, I've known Flip since I was in 7th grade.
That's right. You were just a little boy back then. But Flip used to run the show at Minnesota, boy, with me. They used to yell at me all the time.
That's right. Get down. Hey, work harder, Thompson.
All the time, every day in practice.
Quit loafing.
I know. There's Wally. There you go, Wally. That's way to be aggressive. Wolves are better when Wally Szczerbiak's knocking down 20 points, matching Kevin Garnett point for point. That's when the Wolves are at their best. I love Wally Szczerbiak. I just like the way he approaches the game, the way he shows up, comes to play.
He does play hard. There's no question about that. He is. He's got a steely resolve too, Michael, when it comes to end-of-game situations. He is willing to take big shots. He's making big shots, and the combination of he and Garnett in the fourth quarter have been difficult for teams to beat, and that's one of the reasons why Minnesota will get 50 wins this year.
I love those kind of players because, you know, me and you, Jimmy Peterson, we played with some of the greatest clutch players in history. James Worthy, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Hakeem Olajuwon,
Chris Mullin, Tim Hardaway, Mitch Richmond.
Guys who love to be in that position when the game's on the line, and that's what I like about Wally. Even though the ball goes to Kevin Garnett, as Mike James puts a nice move on KG.
That's Reggie Evans, Michael Thompson.
Reggie Evans. What did I say, Mike Evans?
You're thinking of the Denver Nuggets circa 1985.
Well, at least I didn't call him Dale Evans. I'd really be going back in time then. Nice move by Kevin Garnett. Oh, is that pretty or what?
Oh, is that sweet?
I tell you, that's as good as Hakeem Olajuwon ever did.
And that's getting separation to it. 7'1".
He doesn't need it though. He just elevates over everybody.
That's right. Well, that's how he gets that separation. This guy can't get enough separation. Knocks it off the glass. That's a three-point basket for Brent Berry as the clock was winding down. Nice pick by Drobiak that time. And the Wolves only a 2-point lead after having a 7-point lead after the last timeout. Berry knocking it off the glass. Minnesota up by 2 at the end of the half.
Windows down, Music up. Chevy can make every spring moment count and make your money count. Now get $2,000 cash back on a 2003 Chevy Malibu and Impala, plus $500 auto show bonus cash. And now GM owners can get an additional $1,000 GM loyalty cash for a total of $3,500 cash back. It's the perfect time to make every moment and your money count. See your select Heartland Chevy dealers today.
Who's that cool cooking man? King of the grill, who's your patio daddy-o?
Your patio daddy-o.
Charbroiled sausage flipping man with the buns, who's your patio daddy-o?
Your patio daddy-o. He only cooks Clements, 'cause it's #1 for taste and fun.
Cub Foods is where you'll find great food, like Clement's wide variety of quality meats and sausage products at great prices.
Today, this Explorer went above and beyond, smoothed over a bumpy situation, respected everyone's personal space, and held its own over the long haul. Whether at work or at play, you can always count on Explorer to give 110%. Maybe that's why it's the world's best-selling sport utility. And right now, your Northland Ford dealer will give you $3,000 cash back when you buy a new four-door Explorer. Hey, people expect a lot from their sport utilities, and Explorer delivers. Only at your Northland Ford dealer.
She was trained to heal, but nothing in med school could prepare her for this.
How do you cure a fictional disease?
Sidney Tamaya Poitier stars.
Tonight at midnight on UPN 29.
Jim Peterson back with you at the Target Center here where the Wolves lead the Sonics by 2, 49-47. Well, we want to talk about Mike Wilkes a little bit with Rod Strickland on the injured list. Mike Wilkes has done a great job filling in as the backup point guard. Wilkes joined the Wolves in February after taking an unusual route to the NBA. Leah B. Olson has more on Mike Wilkes on tonight's Dodge Halftime Spotlight.
Mike Wilkes. Shot is a wolf and it goes in.
You know, thus far it's been great. You know, my teammates have welcomed me from day one. And I'm just enjoying it, learning a lot.
Wilkes with the shot clock running out, hits it.
Rookie Mike Wilkes is showing he's a quick study in the NBA. With Rod Strickland battling injuries, he's become a valuable backup at the point.
I just try to come in and bring some energy, some defensive intensity. You know, I like to pick up 94 feet, you know, get on the, offensive players, get on his nerves and, make it hard for them to get into their set.
Having a role in the NBA is something most people didn't imagine for Mike Wilkes. The Milwaukee native was a standout at Rufus King High School and Wisconsin's Mr. Basketball his senior year. At 5'10", most colleges thought he was too small.
You know, coming out of high school, I wouldn't say I was heavily recruited. You know, I got some letters here and there. But I, caught on when I went to Las Vegas for AAU.
One school that took notice was Rice University. In 4 years at Rice, Mike again overachieved. Twice he was named All-Conference, and his senior season was capped off by being named the WAC Player of the Year. Still, there were doubts he could play at a higher level. After going undrafted, it was on to the National Basketball Development League. With stops in Memphis and Huntsville, he kept his faith.
You know, it's tough to get into the NBA, especially coming from a small school and had to overcome a lot of adversity. But, I have a lot of faith in God, and I knew that with him on my side, all things are possible.
Right after Christmas, Wilkes got his break. While playing in Huntsville, he got picked up by the Atlanta Hawks. His stay in Atlanta was short, and come February, Wilkes was back in Huntsville.
Right before I got here, I was sitting at home watching the All-Star game, and, I watched KG just put on a show. And I was sitting there saying to myself, I wonder what it's like, to play with him. And I got a great opportunity, Timberwolves called me up.
Mike answered the call, and he's answered the bell for the Wolves. A true point guard, he didn't commit a turnover in his first 13 games with his new team. Wilkes successfully has filled in for his good friend and a player who took a similar route to the NBA, Troy Hudson.
Oh, Reeves knocks down the three.
So many people say, he couldn't play in this league, and he's proven so many people wrong. And he's definitely been an inspiration and a great help to me, seeing what all he's been through.
I can actually see myself, in Mike, as far as the situations that he's in and the situations that he's been through in the smaller leagues. And, I try to give him advice, you know, he's a pretty grounded person. You know, he's pretty smart, and you know, he takes advice well. He listens, and you know, I think he's going to have a nice career in this league.
Wilkes inside, throws it up and in.
Coming from a small school and undrafted, you know, free agent point guard, you know, that basically came through the back door. You know, a lot of guys, you know, look at me and be like, you know, who is that? Who is that guy? Who is that young fella that looks like he's about 15 years old, you know? And so, you know, I expect it and I enjoy it.
Wilkes connects.
For the Timberwolves, I'm Leah B. Olson.
Up next, Mr. Thompson and I will look at scores from around the league with the Wolves on top here by 2 at Target Center. We'll be back right after this timeout.
The playoffs are coming. Secure first-round tickets to see KG and the Wolves take on the best of the West. Tickets go on sale Wednesday, April 9th at 10 a.m. For tickets, call 1-800-4NBA-TIX.
Introducing the fast new C230 sports sedan with a supercharged compressor engine. To catch one, you gotta be in one. For a test drive, visit your local Mercedes-Benz dealer.
Are you a real fan? Want to see the replay? Want to be courtside? Have you ever been in a locker room? Need a photo? Need a score? When is game time? Did you catch that? Looking for some stuff? Then log on to NBA.com and check out all your favorite NBA apparel. To shop, log on to NBA.com or America Online keyword NBA.com. What are you doing? Experience the NBA online. NBA.com.
Let's put woman and man together to find out which one is smarter. Some say men, but I say no. The women play the men like a puppet show.
Cold filter what you don't need. Keep what's good. MGD.
Kevin and Jeff are really hammering through, both going strong. Oh, Jeff gets caught up. And Kevin Hine wins the heat. That's his best time in the single buck. He's got to be happy with that. 9:89 is now the time to beat.
Oh. There it is.
Who says you can't be big and tender? At Timber Lodge Steakhouse, our steaks are always big and tender. Timber Lodge Steakhouse, now featuring our famous walleye dinners for only $13.99.
And welcome back to the Target Center where the Wolves enjoy, if you can call it enjoying, a 2-point lead.
I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, I guess it's better than being down 2 points here at the Target Center. And of course, these young men here are enjoying what they're eating, a cold day. But let's take a look at around the NBA. Let's take a look at the action from the faction. Boston, of course, crushing Miami right now, 88-56. Paul Pierce with 28 points so far in the game. Philadelphia, 85-74 over Chicago. That's the way it should be. And Indiana, led by Al Harrington. Oh, Al, as Peggy would say, with 24-11 thus far. Toronto and Detroit. What's happened to Detroit? At home, Detroit's losing to the Raptors, who are basically just playing out the string. And Sacramento.
Do I get to talk at any point, or just you the whole segment?
Just jump in. Sacramento's right now enjoying a 7-point lead over Washington. And look at your boys down in Houston. Go ahead, say something. What do you think about those scores, Jim Peterson?
I don't care about that game. I was going to talk about the Heat and Celtics. I mean, that big score right there, 84-52, Michael. That's what makes the last loss by 27 points.
That's history. Who cares about that?
Well, I do, first of all.
San Antonio led by Tim Duncan with 18-10 so far.
That's the best team in the NBA right there.
San Antonio. And Jersey and New Orleans and a nice little tussle in the first quarter. And why are they even playing down the bottom, New York and Denver? Tell them to take the rest of the year off. They're done. Get ready for the draft lottery drawing next month.
There's this thing called owners, and they like to have revenue. And they sold tickets, and they need people to come, and all that kind of good stuff.
Well, give them tickets to New Jersey's game. Those games count. They're just across the river anyway. And guests appearing on our show will receive a gift certificate.
Is that me?
Not
Or
you,
is
of
it-
course, but I do love Chevys. Chevys fresh mix with 4 Twin Cities locations. Downtown Minneapolis is the one I always go to. Eden Prairie, Tom Hanneman's country out there. Heine, I hope you feel better tonight. Go to Chevy's, that'll make you feel a lot better. Bloomington, they're in Bloomington also, and now open over there in St. Paul. Chevy's, or is it Chevy's? How do you say it?
Chevy's.
Chevy's.
The big ticket.
Good,
Is
as Al
coming
Bundy
back
would
onto
say,
the
that's
court.
good eating, baby. That's good eating.
We'll be back with the first half highlights after this break right now.
Caribbean Stud is not a guy in tight pants doing the rumba. It's an exciting card game you can only play at Canterbury Park. Fun and games like no place else.
Well, my haircut is not the most important thing in the world, unless it's done wrong. It's a haircut. My haircut. Come to Great Clips, and from walk in to walk out, it's all about me. Relaxed shop, quality products, and well-trained people.
12 years, 50,000 haircuts. I'm experienced.
Price doesn't hurt either. So, my haircut's not the most important thing in the world. It just feels that way here.
Great Clips. Guaranteed satisfaction, guaranteed style.
Your home, your family, your life. When making major purchases, there's a lot you have to think about. And eventually, you're gonna have to think about how lenders see you, because they determine what you pay for a loan. At myfico.com, you can get the credit score lenders use to make their decisions. Plus, you get the tools to help you strengthen your future. Know your score. Gain control of your financial world. Visit myfico.com and see how lenders see you.
Stupid bloody
Dad.
bag. No, I'm just
But we really want to show you something.
What is it then? What is it?
These aren't Pepsis. They're Pepsi Twists.
You're a bunch of bloody magicians.
We're not the Osbournes.
You're not?
We're the Osmonds.
I'm a little bit country.
I'm a little bit rock and roll. I dreamt the kids turned into the husbands.
Oh, there, dear.
Like twists, Pepsi Twist and Diet Pepsi Twist. It's a twist on a great thing.
This copyrighted telecast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
Welcome back to Target Center. Jim Peterson with Michael Thompson. Wolves on top by 2, 49-47. Michael Thompson, it's time now for our Miller Lite halftime highlights. Let's go through some of the B-roll here and find out what happened in that first half. Ray Allen was hot early on in this ballgame.
Yeah, he has. He definitely has been the Sonics' ray of light as of late, leading into a 14-7 record, and you can see why, him knocking down shots like that. And then, of course, the Sonics ended the half with a Brett buzzer beater. And for Brett Barry, it's a nice way to go into the locker room. But, of course, the same old story for the Wolves. Kevin Garnett leading the way with his usual stellar play with 10 first half points. And T. Hud has been a stud here in the first half. What's he got, 18 points, or is that a typo? Is that 18 points?
He's got 18 points, 5 assists.
He's got to keep it going, though. He's been known to cool off in the second half. But right now, the Wolves only enjoying a 2-point lead, but it looks like they're playing better defense, and they've got the ball moving. Come right back with us, Jim Peterson, Michael T.
That thing got a Hemi? Yeah. Sweet.
The all-new Dodge Ram Heavy Duty.
Did you mean the Charger? Because, you know, that's got a Hemi, too.
Now with a 345 horsepower, 5.7-liter Hemi Magnum. Grab Dodge's 770 powertrain limited warranty. Ford, Chevy, and Toyota don't match it.
Little boy asks his neighbors why they're always working on their yard. Neighbor looks up. Nothing more relaxing. Nothing wrong with getting your hands dirty. Boy's dad asks how they manage it all. Neighbor nods across the yard. Nothing runs like a deer. John Deere Lawn and Garden Tractors. Durability, precision, versatility, and exclusive support for everyone who puts more into their yard and expects more out of their tractor.
Find out which John Deere is right for you at your authorized dealer.
The 9 o'clock comedy block. It's primetime Seinfeld at 9, followed by Everybody Loves Raymond at 9:30. Then it's UPN 29 News at 10. The big stories, your weekend forecast. What a great way to end your day.
Back again at Target Center. Wolves clinging to a 2-point lead here at the half, 49-47. Michael, let's take a look at the Mercedes-Benz first half stats.
Well, all you have to do is look at the stats at the top of the chart. Now, that's Minnesota basketball. Shooting in the low 50 percentile range, holding the Sonics to 41%. When the Wolves were cruising through the NBA, on the way up to the 4th seed, that's the kind of basketball they were playing. Just look at the 2 numbers up top. And you don't forget the rest of the numbers. Forget about them. Take them off the board. Only the 2 numbers of 2 stats up top count. Wolves can keep that up, Jimmy, over the next 2 weeks. They will secure the 4th seed.
Leading scorers in the first half. You see Troy Hudson had a tremendous first quarter, even extended back into the second quarter. Kevin Garnett was steady the whole way with 10 points, and AP knocked down a couple jump shots. And you see Ray Allen and his compatriots doing work here to get back into this ballgame. Minnesota did have
and again, Wally going
a 9-point lead at one point.
Wally only took 5 shots. That's not good enough for a guy who shoots around 50%. One of the better shooters in the game. He's got to get at least 10 shots this half.
Again, I'm Jim Peterson. I'm the radio analyst of the Minnesota Timberwolves, and Tom Hanneman has been under the weather, so they asked me to step in and fill the large shoes of the legend, Tom Hanneman.
Cannot be filled, but you are doing one heck of a job, Jim Peterson.
Skip further, our broadcast manager, Michael, called me about 3 o'clock yesterday telling me about Hanny's illness, and of course I was sorry to hear about that. Hanny, as AP knocks down a 3-point shot.
Trying to fill Hanny's shoes is like Mike Wilkes putting on a pair of Shaquille O'Neal shoes, baby.
That's very true. Hanny is a
size 10 to size 22.
But you know, we've been worried about Hanny all season long. He's been off and on all year long, and finally he got some medical assistance.
I mean, he's working with me. I've been making him sick all year.
You didn't give him some kind of strange, rare Bahamian disease, did
some
you?
Tropical disease. I'm immune to it. I'm a carrier. You'll be sick in about a week.
Oh, man. Well, I've been sitting in front of you in the plane for the last 2 years, and I haven't got it yet. We wish Hanny the best, though. We keep on talking about it because we just, you know,
you haven't
he's an original Timberwolf, and he's been a fixture here in the Twin Cities for so long.
The only thing I've given you on the plane rides, Jimmy, is a whole education, baby. Telling you what life is all about. That's what you've gotten from me. That's what you've caught from me. It's an education on life in general.
Yeah, we've also kept a lot of other people awake on the plane for the last 2 years, too.
They can sleep in their hotel rooms. They should be awake on the plane. Back to the game.
You are a trip, Michael Thompson. There's no question. Peja Drobiak takes the jump shot, and he misses that one. Drobiak
Wolves need to come out here in the first 5 minutes of this third quarter and just establish the tempo and be aggressive. Make sure to get the referees on their side, get all the whistles. Just come out and take it to the Sonics. Attack them. That's always a good start when you get to number 21.
Big taking punches. One home right there. Jump shot for Kevin. He's doing it in all facets of the game, man. He's offensive rebounding the basketball. He's getting in the right or left box, right or left wing, top of the key.
Let me ask you something.
Go ahead and ask me.
Since the Wolves had that little slump here in the last week, is Kevin Garnett still in the thick of the MVP race?
I think there's no question about it. You know, Bill Walton made the comment last ball game against the Dallas Mavericks that Tom Tolbert was telling me about this. I got something to tell you about Tolbert too, by the way. Well, tell us. I asked him. Well, I asked Tolbert a question, but I want to finish my point about Bill Walton.
Yeah.
That he said it was, you know, a death knell to Kevin's MVP race. And I think that's ridiculous. I mean, Kevin had a bad game against the Dallas Mavericks, but his bad game is still pretty good by everybody else's standard.
That's true.
And for Bill Walton to say that Kevin Garnett has lost his MVP title to Tim Duncan or whoever he thinks is going to win it is ridiculous. Tom Tolbert, I asked him on your behalf, because you enjoy not wearing the male pantyhose, which is the necktie.
Yeah, I'm allergic to ties.
And I asked him, because you had asked me before, why Tolbert doesn't have
what a step through.
Again, Kevin doing it every which way, Michael. He is an impressive basketball player.
Those Hakeem Olajuwon moves in the low post that you say he doesn't have.
You've been in a quandary as to why Tolbert never has to wear a tie on the air.
Yeah, he gets to wear like a mock turtle or a nice T-shirt. How does he get away with it a weekend?
Well, I asked him about that. He said basically in his negotiation with ABC and ESPN, he said, well, you know I don't wear a tie. And they just said, okay.
What? Is that all it took?
Well, the other part of it is that he says that a bald guy with a goatee does not look good in a tie. So
yeah, he's got a good point there. Oh, nice steal by Ray Allen. Will Anthony Peeler challenge him?
A little sloppy play by Minnesota. Minnesota has been very good not turning the basketball over, but that turnover right there leads to 2 Seattle points.
Well, that time the Wolves got caught in a defensive position trying to pass the ball. You cannot float a ball around the quickness of Ray Allen. Got to make a crisp, sharp scoring pass like that. Very nice pass and catch and shoot by Troy Hudson. That's what Riley always used to tell us. When you pass the ball to another player, give him a scoring pass. Like throw it right to his chest, right? With some crispness on it, some speed, some mustard on it, so he can catch it and do something with the ball.
Traveling on Agent Dropniak that time. You know, the other point of that too, Michael, is when I used to get the ball on a low block or on the wing or on top, I was swinging from side to side. I would also try to get the seams so that when I passed it, the shooter was catching it with the seams and laces up, much like a field goal kicker, you know, wants the laces out. Yeah. The shooter wants the laces so that their fingertips go along the length of the seam, and I try to pass it to him that way. Kevin Garnett showing perfect fundamentals that time, squaring up on Dropniak and letting him have it. Great rotation on Kevin's shot. You watch him at the free throw line. Watch the great shooters and watch the rotation of the basketball spinning on its axis.
You know, that's why I like the ABA basketball. Remember the red, white, and blue basketball?
You can see it.
You can see the spin when guys to shoot. I used to love that. Should they bring the ABA basketball back? Wouldn't that be cool? Or do you think that'd be a little too hokey-ish?
What about the WNBA basketball, Michael Thompson?
That's orange and white, but I like the red, white, and blue, especially in these patriotic times. Bring the red, white, and blue ball back.
KG and Troy Hudson combining for 36 of Minnesota's 59. That ball knocked away past half court. Shot clock winding down to about 6. Troy lets it fly and knocks down the J just inside the arc. Toe on the line that time for Troy, but he knocks down another shot. Troy Hudson for the game so far, Michael, is 10 of 15, 22 points for him.
Did you own an ABA ball when you were a little boy?
I certainly did.
I used to sleep with mine in the Bahamas. I did.
With your big afro.
That's right.
Your naughty big afro. You never brushed your hair one time in the Bahamas, did you?
Not the Bahamas. We don't have combs in the Bahamas. Just break off a coconut shell and use that. You kidding me? Oh, Troy Hudson
is sold right now.
Yes, he is. He is having fun.
That was outside the arc that time. 3-point shot by Troy. 25 points now, pumping up his total.
And Nate McMillan going to let him play. I like when coaches don't call timeouts a lot just because a guy or a team goes on a roll. Let him play through it. That's what I like about Phil Jackson. He hardly ever calls timeouts. And that's why they didn't call timeout. Just give it to Ray Allen and let him do his thing.
That's 6 straight shots for Seattle. They've come out here in the second half red hot. Minnesota, they've made 5 straight as well, so we've got an offensive duel here.
And that was good defense on by Anthony Peeler, too. He was hanging all over Ray Allen. This guy here needs to get some shots up. There you go, Wally. Show him how good a shooter you are.
Slid in inside the rim that time. Wally showing good form.
Even when his shot is off, it goes in how good a shooter he is. He should have missed that shot the way it went in the rim, but he found a way to go in.
6 straight for both teams.
This is basketball at its best, huh? Like the old ABA games. You just outscore the other guy. Offensive foul. Clear push-off.
Shiver by Brent Barry.
That was a stiff arm. Well, you could leave Franco Harris would have been proud of that.
But Troy Hudson's been great in this basketball game. 25 points for Troy. Minnesota on top by 5. We'll be right back after this timeout.
For the tops in tarps, head to Menards. Whether it's big or small, we've got you covered. Poly tarps start at just 88 cents. Save on car, ATV, and motorcycle covers, too, starting at just $19.99 each. Secure tarps, hang clothes, or tie up your boat with our great selection of rope. 100 feet of braided clothesline or 100 feet of quarter-inch poly rope are just $1.99 each after rebate. Wrap up big savings from Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
My car makes me feel like the road is my playground.
The Camry SE.
Want a Zap Velvet Leaf?
Nail, foxtail, water hemp. Take out woolly cupgrass, morning glory, pigweed. Use Liberty herbicide to take out over 120 broadleaf weeds and grasses faster than any other herbicide. Yet Liberty is so ingenious, it never touches your corn, which means yields rise. Liberty, smarter seed, smarter herbicide. And now get 30% more power at the new 32-ounce rate.
Well, Michael, let's take a look ahead. The road ahead brought to you by your authorized Minneapolis area BMW centers. Stop by for a test drive or visit MinneapolisBMW.com. You look at the road ahead, Michael, for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Very important road trip going into Phoenix on Saturday. That game right there at 2:30 back here in Central Time, and 1:30 start back there in the Phoenix time zone. Portland Trail Blazers, of course, that game is huge. That's got huge implications for Minnesota. One game down to the Portland Trail Blazers right now as it stands today. Then, of course, this Seattle team a week from tonight.
Well, all these games, all these games are vital because not only do you want to catch Portland, but you want to make sure to keep those Lakers and the Jazz on your heels.
Well, that's right.
You don't want to go to San Antonio or Sacramento in the first round.
Well, that may be more important than trying to catch Portland right now at this juncture, is to stave off the Utah Jazz and those Los Angeles Lakers. Kevin, what a great ball handling big man at 7'1", knocking down the dribble, getting it out. Great passers. Kevin Garnett. Anthony Peeler misses the jump shot. But Kevin Garnett's line, though, Michael, he's got 16 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists. So Kevin again flirting with the triple-double.
As he should do every night because he's that type of player. He's that good, that unselfish. He knows he's going to get his share of assists.
Did you expect Magic? Reggie Evans, great knockaway by Troy Hudson. Evans having a sure basket that time. Well, let's look at these Western Conference standings because it's very important. You see the Wolves one game back of Portland right now. That 3-game losing streak. You're up a game and a half going into Orlando. Now all of a sudden you find yourself looking up by a game.
Look at the guys below Minnesota. Right. Only a game and a half, 2 games and a half behind, so they are definitely within striking distance.
I know you were talking about Rick Adelman as Ray Allen takes the jump shot. Another rebound by Kevin Garnett. Rick Adelman for Coach of the Year. You know, I really think that Jerry Sloan deserves some consideration. Nobody was expecting Utah to do anything.
Flip Saunders deserves consideration.
Flip does as well.
But I think they should give it to Rick Adelman. Oh, Troy Hudson, don't do that to him, baby. But Rick Adelman, suffered sustained as many injuries as the Wolves have, and look what he's done with the Sacramento Kings, and despite missing countless player minutes. Now you can ask me something about Magic Johnson. Didn't I expect Magic?
First of all, our producer, Skip Kruger's reading my mind because Greg Popovich, in my mind, is Coach of the Year. I think that Jerry Sloan does deserve consideration. Pop is doing a tremendous job.
Nothing wrong with saying that. Pop is. Look at that nice rebound by Wally Serviak.
Loose ball foul on Reggie Evans. You know, Reggie Evans was in Minnesota's Summer League. They actually had Reggie Evans here. Tough-minded player from Iowa.
I like him. He reminds me of a raw Malik Rose.
Yeah. I was going to ask you about Magic Johnson.
What about Magic?
Kevin Garnett and his triple-doubles, the anticipation of that every night. Did you expect Magic Johnson to flirt with a triple-double every single night when you played for Los Angeles Lakers?
Yes. Is that clear enough for you?
That's very clear.
That's how great he was. Michael Jordan's the same kind of way. Kobe Bryant today or Tracy McGrady, you kind of expect that from those guys too. They can put it up on any night.
You don't expect the triple-double from Kobe. He does not rebound the basketball very well. Troy Hudson is red hot right now. He is a flamethrower. Troy Hudson, unbelievable. 13 of 18 for Troy Hudson. He's got 11 in the third quarter, 29 points in the game.
He is a black man who's white hot. He's not red hot, baby.
Well, I was going to wait for you to say that.
All right.
I was going to say that, but then
when can a black man be white when he's white hot like Troy Hudson is right now? My goodness. Look at that.
Joe Smith, yeoman's duty again, giving up the body, taking the punishment, but not getting the call.
Yeah, he was outside that no charge area.
Joe Forty making that call.
Let's see if his feet, if we can see his feet come out.
Joe Smith moving that time. He was outside, but he was moving sideways. Kevin Ollie going to the rack that time. He's going to shoot 2 free throws. Let's watch Troy Hudson.
White hot. Look at it.
Again, look at that rotation, Michael. That's the way you do it. Get those seams, let it fly.
You know, he's just in that zone right now. You've been in that zone before, Jimmy, where everything you throw goes in.
Yeah, mainly in practice, though, during shooting.
It's sort of like when we golfers go to the course and we hit everything on the screws off the tee. When you hit every fairway, and that's what Troy Hudson's feeling right now. He's hitting every fairway. Even you've experienced that. Nice shot by Wally, just rims out.
Troy Hudson, if you're wondering, his season high is 31, his career high is 34, so he's bearing down on that number right now with 29 points in the ballgame.
When you go out on a limb and say he'll get it. Nice quick hands again by Anthony Gill. He's got those Roy Jones Jr. hands.
Those are quick hands.
Well, AP's got the quickest hands on the team.
Well, we'll see if Minnesota can keep those quick hands moving as we go to the end of the third quarter.
And that's how we met.
You're so smooth.
It's a gift. It's one of those gifts that keeps on giving.
Life is best told over a great tasting Miller Lite at a place called Miller Time.
You're bound to have a good time with Verizon Wireless and unlimited text messaging for only $2.99 monthly access. Plus, share unlimited night and weekend minutes on the America's Choice National Family Share Plan. So don't miss out on some surefire fun. Verizon Wireless, we never stop working for you.
It starts as a simple idea, a new way of looking at things. And before long, that idea becomes so big, so revolutionary, that it changes everything you do. At U.S. Bank, it's the 5-star service guarantee. 5 ways that you'll get focused and attentive service from every department, every person, every transaction. And that's more than a promise. That's a guarantee. The 5-star service guarantee. Welcome to the new U.S. Bank. This changes everything.
Wolves on top, 70-64 here in the third period. Jim Peterson sitting in for the legend Tom Hanneman, sitting alongside Michael Thompson, and Troy Hudson's been going off here in the third.
Well, the last player I saw in this kind of a zone was Davis Love III on Sunday. That's right, on Sunday at the Tournament Players Championship, and Davis Love III was hitting every fairway, and right now Troy Hudson's hitting everything that he throws up. Look at that. Now he's also doing it on the defensive end with a nice dig and steal against Jerome James. Shoot it, Troy. No way. Woo. Oh, what a rebound by Joe Smith. Comes out of nowhere. You got to block Joe Smith out. Very active player. Look at him inside, posting up against the smaller Kevin Ollie. Everybody's feeling. So is Kendall Gill. Joe Smith again. That time
pulling the jersey to Joe Smith. No call. Another rebound by Minnesota, but Wally misses the jump shot.
It's okay, though. It's good ball movement, good offensive sequence that time for the Wolves. That's what you'd like to see. Got to stay aggressive. Wally's continuing to be aggressive on the offensive end. Jerome James with a nice little jump hook. Reggie Evans and Kevin Garnett getting a little stare down there. KG didn't appreciate Evans jumping over the back of him.
Hit him in the back of the head that time. Well, Reggie Evans in Seattle, Michael, last ball game. Up in Seattle about a month ago. Reggie Evans did a nice job guarding Kevin Garnett. Played very physical with him.
He did.
Kevin, of course, Minnesota did not get that victory against the Sonics.
Well, Kevin was just upset that time because he had inside position. There's no way that Reggie could get the ball. He just jumped on the top of Kevin anyway. I said, what are you doing, young fella? You see me standing here?
How about that pass by Kendall Gill over towards...
He didn't even expected Wally to come out a little bit higher, but Wally didn't come out as high as KG thought it in the area that he would be at.
Only 5 turnovers for the Timberwolves. Only 4 points off those turnovers for the Sonics. Sonics, on the other hand, have 11 turnovers. Wolves have not cashed in on those 11 turnovers. Only 10 points off Seattle's 11 turnovers.
Nice defense by Joe Smith, stepping out and helping out on that screen and roll.
Joe's a beast. I mean, he is an absolute man inside, and he and Kevin Garnett together, they play tough defense. Kendall Gill going to the rack, trying to throw the ball under the basket.
Well, should he get 1 point for that?
It didn't quite clear the halo. So
okay, so if it went up and then back, so he'd have got 1 point. Kendall Gill. Look at this defense by Joe and KG in there. No foul call. Was a little contact.
Did Joe get the arm that time? That's
sure looked like it.
Close. We'll
on
see
the way
right
up
there. Kind of hard to tell.
I know Reggie Evans isn't a great shooter, but my goodness, I didn't think he would miss it by that much unless his elbow got hit.
You know, we have a chance to chat with Kendall. He sits in the back of the plane, so we know how well-read he is. He's a well-rounded individual, and Kendall Gill, he wants to be a TV star. He's got the face for it.
Oh, yeah. The Yannick Noah of the NBA. Hey, get two nights of entertainment for one low price. Even Jim Peterson can afford this with the Wolves double feature. For $22, you can afford that, Jimmy. You'll receive a game ticket and a free movie voucher. Go see The Hours with Jim to an AMC theater.
You were going to work that in during this broadcast.
Jim Peterson went and saw The Hours, guys. The last double feature offer is coming up on Friday, April 11th when the Wolves take on the LA Clippers. For tickets, call 1-800-4NBA-TICKS. 1-800-4NBA-TICKS. No man should go see The Hours.
If I was ever going to slip my wrist during a movie, it would have been during that one.
Why did you go?
I got dragged with my
beautiful wife.
Other.
Okay.
No, she lied to you on the road trip, by the way, down in Orlando. She said that I took her. She took me
to The Hours. Why would you go see that in Tears of the Sun? Go see Boat Trip. Don't see The Hours.
I'd rather go see Ishtar.
There you go. But you were crying. Didn't the movie touch you?
I'm going to sit through Ishtar twice than see The Hours once.
Well, then why didn't you win all the Academy Awards? Back in Chicago.
You got me.
You know, that's one of those rules, Jim, I wish they would just take away. Let's say you kick the ball with your feet. They tell you play defense with your feet, right? So if you deflect the ball with your feet, they should just let it go. I mean, what's so wrong with sticking your foot out there to deflect the pass? I think that's good defense. Would you agree with that? Change that rule and change the defensive 3 seconds rule. No comment?
I'm not sure, though. I'm not sure. I'm just trying to think about how you could use your foot as a weapon, potentially. I mean, as a defensive tool.
What's wrong with that? As long as you don't kick anybody with it. Nice defense by Joe Smith, forcing Jerome James to throw up that jump hook about 3 feet farther out than he really wanted to.
I think one of the big stories in this ballgame is the offensive production by Rashard Lewis. He's been very quiet in the ballgame. Only 11 points for Rashard. He's their second leading scorer.
Oh, Troy Hudson. Whoa, that was about a foot too far out. But here are the Sonics. They're only down 5 points. The Wolves just cannot seem to put them away in spite of a relatively clean play by the Wolves. Only about 5 turnovers. But the Sonics are still right there. But the Wolves will be just fine as long as they keep giving the ball to this guy, the new Hakeem Olajuwon, Kevin Garnett.
Two carrots will do, but 4 will do more.
So I said, oh yes, make it a steak quesadilla.
A higher class of quesadilla has arrived. Taco Bell Steak Quesadilla. Marinated carne asada steak and 3 rich melted cheeses.
And they serve you right in your car.
Upgrade to steak. Think outside the bun. Spice up the night. Open till midnight or later.
It's only certified at an authorized BMW center.
Whatever the make, whatever the model, Discount Tire Company's got you covered with the world's best brands of tires and custom wheels for cars, trucks, vans, and sport utilities. Discount Tire Company offers low prices on every tire every day, including major brands like Goodyear and Dunlop. Low prices, every tire, every day. It's all about price. It's all about service. It's all about saving you money. Low prices, every tire, every day. Discount Tire Company.
UPN Wednesday.
They're holding my ship hostage.
A new life form inhabits the crew.
It's not safe.
A suspenseful Enterprise event.
Tonight at 11 on UPN 29.
Jim Peterson joined by my hero, my legendary partner, Michael Thompson. Let's take a look at our game.
You must have had a horrible childhood.
Brought to you by your local Taco Bell and Pizza Hut restaurants. Don't sell yourself, sir. Shoot those 4 fingers in the air, Bells. It's the 4th quarter, the start of the 4th quarter.
That's right.
Look what happened so far in this ballgame. Troy Hudson, 29 points. just too shy of his season high right now. Kevin Garnett closing in on that triple-double, 16 points, 9 rebounds, and 7 assists. Ray Allen, after starting out red hot, Michael, he's been relatively quiet. Only 5 of 12, 17 points for Ray.
Anthony Peeler's doing a good job, and so is Kendall Gill. Really pressuring up on him and not giving him as much room to operate and create off the dribble and get his open jump shots. That's why you have to crowd Ray Allen. Hey, look, they're trying to post up Wally. Get out of the way, Mark, and go post Wally up. Wally gets out of the post now. Not a repost. Get back in there. There's Joe Smith with that nice, solid jump hook. See, now that's the shot I want my boy Kevin Garnett to start shooting more. Joe Smith has one of the better jump hooks in the game.
Joe pork chopped.
You used to shoot that shot a lot, Jimmy, in Houston. You were unstoppable with that shot. The Ivory Tower, they called you down there, in between Sampson and Hakeem Olajuwon.
I'm not sure I like that nickname, by the way.
Why? I thought that was cool.
Yeah, Bob Allen, one of the ABC affiliate, the guy that did the sports down there, he coined it, and all of a sudden it just took off. The Ivory Tower. The connotation isn't exactly what I necessarily like.
What's wrong with ivory? I like the color ivory. It's pretty. I'm going to get me an ivory suit one of these days.
To amplify that point about Ray Allen, Mike, first quarter Ray had 11 points, and since then only 6. So Minnesota really shutting him down. Mark Jackson's going to get called for traveling. Jess Kersey making that call right by center court.
Veteran official Jess Kersey.
He's one of the legends, you know.
Went over the rules of the game, but James Naismith.
Cliff Saunders has got to be pretty happy with.
There he is. No relation to Jerome Kersey. Remember Jerome Kersey?
He was, you called him Romeo.
Romeo, that's right. He was a ladies' man, and sometimes you used to call him Jerome Crazy. The way he used to practice against us and hurt everybody in practice.
I hated playing against him.
He was aggressive. There's my boy Eldon Campbell. I like Eldon. You don't like Eldon, but I like Eldon.
I like him.
Look at that. You know, it's smooth. Didn't go in, but Radmanovic makes a nice offensive rebound. Wally gets caught, reaching in. And this tie of Radmanovic. Vladimir.
He does have that rock star look.
He does, doesn't he? Who's a little bit like Tommy Lee, what's his name? Tommy Lee Jones, Pam Anderson's former husband. Tommy Lee.
Yeah.
Doesn't remind me of Tommy Lee a little bit, without the tattoos.
Yeah, Tommy Lee Jones is the actor. Tommy Lee is the...
Well, him, yeah. You know that guy.
The tattooed drummer.
Tommy
Motley Crue.
Tommy Lee. Speaking of movies, Tommy Lee Jones starred in the second worst movie all year, The Hunted.
Radmanovic knocks down the 3 from the left corner right in front of the Wolves bench.
Vladimir. I like that name, Vladimir. Reminds me of some Russian prime minister or president, doesn't it? Vladimir Putin.
Since the president of Russia right now, his name is Vladimir, yeah, I guess it does remind me of it.
That's why I kept thinking of the president. I don't know where I heard that name before. Wolves relying on those jumpers again. That time Kendall Gill knocks him down, but that's when the Wolves get stagnant on offense. Flip doesn't like to see that. He likes to see guys cut, move, and then kick the ball back outside for a jumper. That time, though, the Wolves got fortunate with Kendall knocking that down. But is there a more confident player in the NBA than Kendall Gill?
I gotta think Kobe Bryant's pretty confident. Ray Allen kicking the one out of bounds. Kendall just pounding him.
They're all confident. Wally Serbiak's a confident player. So is Kevin Garnett. But boy, Kendall Gill, man, you could tell him you can't do this, you can't do that. He will not hear that. I like that about him.
Especially when he told us that he could beat Evander Holyfield in an ultimate fighting match.
He probably could. Kendall was an ultimate fighter, wasn't he? It's a big difference from getting in the ring and only being able to use your hands. Those guys kick you anywhere. Nice pass by Mark Jackson. Foul by Eldon Campbell, saving the sure layup or sure dunk. That high-low offense always works. Reminds me of the days in Houston. You played against the Twin Towers and the Ivory Tower. The high-low from Jim Peterson down to Hakeem Olajuwon. How come they never pass it from Hakeem to Jim Peterson, though? That's what I never understood. It was always you passing to Sampson or Hakeem.
Yeah, there's logistical reasons for most coaching decisions, Michael. That one was probably a good one. All I had to do was throw that thing anywhere near the rim. Sampson and Olajuwon, they'd go get it.
Hey, Jimmy, join Chris Canangula, Jordana Green, Carl Spring, and John Hank each weeknight for UPN 29 News at 10 as they bring you the latest news, weather, and sports. Brave men and women are on the front line. The best updates are on UPN 29. While the Wolves try to avoid their 4th straight clunker, G.I. Jordana and her troops are in their news bunker. So get lost, Geraldo. You're fired, Peter Arnett. We've got Jordana and Kevin Garnett.
Oh, I love it. Standing ovation. People all over it.
Hold your applause till after the game.
Yeah, that's very good.
Peter Arnett. I'm still mad at him. That traitor.
He's from South Africa, for crying out loud.
New Zealand.
New Zealand, same thing.
Yeah, you're right. You can't trust them foreigners. Get them all out of the country.
You're a Bahamian, aren't you, Mike?
Yeah, but, you know, I'm I'm like your cousin, baby. I like you.
Yeah, that's right. You're from the Caribbean.
That's right. We just want you to come down there and, you know, buy our Bahamian goods and leave your money there.
Wolves have not shot a lot of free throws in this game. 5 of 7 from the line for Minnesota. Most of those coming from the bench players, Michael. Wolves starters, only Kevin has 1 free throw attempt, if you can believe that.
Well, you know, it's not like they're not trying. They are going inside. Kevin Garnett's doing a lot of fadeaways on his shots. That's why he hasn't been getting fouled that much. Well, Joe Smith is going inside. Mark Jackson's tried a few, so they're not abandoning the inside play where most of their fouls occur. Maybe the Sonics just aren't playing tough defense, and really, here's Kevin Garnett again. Let's see what he does. See that nice little fadeaway? That's a nice shot over Radmanovich.
Wolves have had very good offensive efficiency. 53% from the floor for Minnesota. 42% for the Sonics team. Not shooting much better than they did in the first half. 41% in the first half.
Been a tight defense by Kendall Gill on Rashard Lewis. Excellent defense. Forced that deflection by Kevin Garnett.
You know, Kendall's been in the league, Chad. Excuse me. I almost called you Chad Hartman there for a second.
Chad?
You don't look much like Chad Hartman.
Does my nose look like his?
Big ticket doing work here for the Minnesota Timberwolves. But it is the Troy Hudson show. We'll come back. 8:26 to go in this ball game.
This guy tells his buddy there's nothing he'd like more than a new riding lawnmower. Nothing too expensive, he says, but nothing's gonna give me any trouble. Nothing too complicated. Nothing better than making it look good and getting on with it. His buddy looks at him and says, nothing runs like a deer. Introducing the John Deere 100 series. Durability, precision, and exclusive support. For anyone who wants a tractor that's easy to run, easy to maintain, and easy to afford.
Days off, adventure on. Chevy can make every spring moment count and make your money count. Now GM owners get $4,500 total cash back on a 2003 Chevy Avalanche. Or get $4,000 total cash back on a 2003 Chevy Trailblazer. It's the perfect time to make every moment and your money count. See your select Heartland Chevy dealers today.
Jim Peterson alongside Michael Thompson. How about that dude, Michael Thompson? Get your barber to cut KG for MVP.
That's what I like to see, baby. Dedicated fans. Where would the Wolves or any team be without them?
Let's look at these Western Conference standing one more time. Sacramento Kings trying to catch Dallas. San Antonio might catch Dallas, Michael. And you see Minnesota 1 game behind the Portland Trailblazers. Let's look at the upcoming schedules for both those teams before the big matchup on Sunday against the Trailblazers. Blazers have Utah and Golden State. They just beat Golden State last night in the Rose Garden.
Yeah, so would you think that Portland would have an easier schedule, or is it Minnesota?
Well, since Minnesota has Seattle tonight and at Phoenix between now and then, I think that Minnesota does have the advantage right now. It's going to be a back-to-back situation, so only in Portland for 1 day. The Phoenix Suns on Saturdays, Portland on Sunday.
Nice pass from Eldon Campbell.
Cutting Kevin Ollie that time.
That's what I like to see. When guys get the ball in the post, make 2, 3 cuts. Just don't stand there and watch a guy, do his offensive moves or look for an offensive move. Cut, always cut. That's what makes the Jazz so good, the way they run the offense. Kevin Garnett, I'd love to see when he just dives to that low box, Jimmy, when he wants that shot. And that's a nice little step through again. Great pass.
Oh, what a pass.
Mark Jackson, of course, not the leaper inside. Gets his shot changed a lot inside because he just can't explode over guys. Radmanovich again, a time. The intimidation from Kevin Garnett running at you. That would intimidate you, wouldn't it? Scare me. Good ball movement.
The extra pass by Mike Wilkes results in the triple by Anthony Peeler. Minnesota on top now by 8, 80-72.
Fans are just waiting for the Wolves to go on some kind of like a 10-2 run so this place can explode.
Well, neither team has been able to shake the other. Minnesota and Seattle both enjoyed 9-point leads, and Seattle had that very early. Minnesota had their 9-point early, too. they have not been able to just knock this Seattle team out of the box. See Anthony Peeler getting posted up on the left box by Rashard Lewis.
That was Kendall Gill that time.
Excuse me, Kendall Gill.
Not willing to give any ground. Kendall's a strong guy, 6'5". Rashard Lewis 6'8". But Kendall says, you're not going to bully me down here in this low box.
You just can't bogart Kendall Gill. Joe Smith back into the ballgame. Kendall Gill, at 34 years of age, Michael Thompson, is still an athletic specimen.
Well, Tom Hanneman always says he's the best conditioned athlete on the team, which that's saying a lot when you got guys like Kevin Garnett on the team. Joe Smith got poked in the eye that time. James Worthy used to always tell me, how do you guys play without goggles? You know, I'm surprised guys don't get poked in the eye more often.
Kevin making a beeline down the baseline in front of the Sonics bench. Eldon Campbell knocking him out. You see Sacramento making their move on Washington. It was a close game at halftime, and the Kings can knock people out of the box very easily.
So you think Washington will make the playoffs in the East, or they're basically basically done?
When you read some of the quotes by Jordan and by Charles Oakley, of course, he's not playing right now. His knee has been bruised, so he's on the injured list. Anthony Peeler misfires from outside the arc, but you know, they should have a mid-level team in the Eastern Conference. That Eastern Conference is not very strong, and the Wizards should make the playoffs, and they should be doing it not by the skin of their chin, but by a large margin. You see the call that time on Mike Wilkes.
You think they should be like a 6 or 7 seed in the East?
I think they should be a solid 7 seed, Mike. They got.
Why? They're not that good, Jimmy.
Checked out the Eastern Conference.
Well, they're young, and you know they just don't have the experience really, because Mike's got a lot of young players around him. But meanwhile, be sure to catch exciting Lynx action this summer as they begin their 5th season under new head coach Susie McConnell-Serio, who has promised that the Lynx will make the playoffs in the West. Ask how you can receive a lower level season ticket and Lynx jersey for only $90. Call 612-673-8400 right now before the special offer expires.
Milwaukee is in that 8th spot right now. Orlando is above them. Then you got Boston. Boston's been disappointing this year. But Boston only has 40 wins. They're in the 6th spot.
Who's going to come out of the East this year? Detroit? I think it's Detroit.
I think it might be Philly.
Philly? Wow. Nice rebound by Joe Smith.
I tell you, Joe's an animal. Joe is a man.
Well, Radmanovich was just standing next to him, didn't put his body on Joe. You cannot do that with Joe Smith around. He's just too active. He's too determined to go get the offensive glass.
Only 4 second chance points for Minnesota compared to Seattle's 16.
Anthony Peeler, Roy Jones Jr. hands. Well, he is. He's quick.
Is that similar to man hands like in Seinfeld?
That's right.
Well, there again, points off turnovers right there directly. The hustle play by AP, though, leads into the turnover again, and then the Seattle transition basket. 7-point lead for Minnesota, 82-75.
Watch Kevin use his quickness if Barry gets out of the way, but it comes a smart double team by the Sonics. KG, what a nice move. Tried to throw up a little Wally-type floater there. Ray Allen.
Another offensive rebound by the Seattle Sonics. Sonics have a 10-rebound advantage. Lewis and Brodniak the rebound. 11 is the disparity now. 39-28. Rebounding disparity. Timeout by Minnesota. Minnesota has a 7-point lead with 4:45 to go. It's crunch time for Minnesota going into this break here. 4:45 to go in the 4th.
Caribbean Stud is not a guy in tight pants doing the rumba. It's an exciting card game you can only play at Canterbury Park. Fun and games like no place else.
Doesn't Miller Lite taste great? Blessed filling!
Wait. What about this? Doesn't Miller Lite taste great?
Great taste! Great taste! Blessed filling! Great taste! Blessed filling! Blessed filling!
What do you think about that? That's art.
Tell it over a great tasting, less filling Miller Lite. It's Miller time.
I've got an idea.
Oh!
Are you ready?
Hit! Balls! Hit! Balls! Breaker!
Excuse me, ladies.
The
ML350 with optional seating for 7 has arrived.
Pai Gow poker is not a cooking utensil at a Chinese restaurant. It's an exciting card game you can only play at Canterbury Park. Fun and games like no place else.
Well, Michael Thompson, I know that they taught you addition and subtraction in the Bahamas, but this is some basic math right here. KG equals MVP. It's kind of like E equals MC squared. It's undeniable.
Jimmy, I can't argue that. Kevin Garnett definitely deserves the most valuable player, but I think, you know, you and I don't have a vote. Neither does Tom Hanneman, Flip Saunders, Kevin McHale. We see him night in, night out, but I think the national media is probably going to give it to Duncan. Even though he won it last year, I think Duncan's going to get it. But Kevin Garnett certainly deserves it. Look at that great help defense by Joe Smith. See, now that's the kind of defense that was missing from Minnesota over the last 3 losses. Yes. But tonight, boy, these guys have really been active. You can tell Flip really emphasized coming over, being alert from the weak side, and challenging moves like this. Joe thinks he had a clean block, and it sure looked like it was. But let's see, but no, I don't know. Look how he got him on his hand, and the hand is part of the ball, so Joe is right about that. You blocked the ball with someone on someone's hand as part of the ball, so it should not count.
That's why I never really understood that. As a shooter, if someone hit my hand when I was shooting, it's a foul to me.
But your hand's covering a part of the ball, and you did make a chance, you know, effort to get it there and touch that part of the ball, but your hand's covering it, so you got to let it go. Hate it. I know.
You used to whine all the time to the officials when you didn't get that ball.
I never got a technical foul in my career.
I don't like that.
I used to go,
that? Is that a good thing?
Yeah, I used to. Oh, nice move by Kevin Garnett. Now I would complain like everybody else, but you got to do it diplomatically.
You know when to stop.
Right, exactly. And you never use profanity, boys and girls. No excuse for that. No excuse for profanity.
You kill them with kindness, right, Bells?
Exactly. Bulls about to put this game away. 3:57 to go. All you got to do now is take care of the ball and just keep playing. Don't start looking at the clock. Oh, Troy Hudson still says, I'm hot. Yes, he is. What's that? Is that 50 points?
Not quite yet.
Not yet?
31.
Well, it seems like 50.
Season high. Still 3 short of his career high of 34 for Troy.
I hope he goes and gets it.
This has been a great 4-quarter output by Troy Hudson. He has been consistent this whole ball game. Drobniak putting the ball on the floor, taking Joe to the rack. Kevin can't deny.
Nice left by Drobniak.
Well, he's a skilled offensive player. He's been on their Yugoslavian national team. He and Vladimir Radmanovic. Radmanovic, Michael, as AP is fouled, curling around the Kevin Garnett screen that time. Radmanovic has not accepted his medal.
What? From the World Championships?
The World Championships this past summer. He had kind of a falling out with the coach there with the national team.
And he didn't want to accept it, but didn't his teammates want him to be a part of the
his
medal ceremony? Well, then he's got to do it out of respect for his teammates.
The medal is still sitting there waiting for him to take it, but he will not take it. Troy Hudson fires from just inside.
Sort of like the 72 Olympic team from Team USA, who refuses to accept that silver medal.
That's right.
Rightfully so. Since they were cheated out of it 3 times by the Russians and the Olympic referees. Wow, Radmanovic.
That's Drobniak. You get him kind of mixed up. Drobniak's the one that looks like Fred Flintstone. Radmanovic is the one that looks like Tommy Lee.
All right. I'll figure it out before the game's over. Meanwhile, these Sonics just will not go away as they try to lower the boom here on the Wolves in the last 3 minutes of this game. Wolves only lead now by 4. Got to come back and close it out through KG.
The playoffs are coming. Secure first-round tickets to see KG and the Wolves take on the best of the West. Tickets go on sale Wednesday, April 9th at 10 a.m. For tickets, call 1-800-4NBA-TIX.
Bob? Hello?
Whatever the make, whatever the model, Discount Tire Company's got you covered with the world's best brands of tires and custom wheels for cars, trucks, vans, and sport utilities. Discount Tire Company offers low prices on every tire every day, including major brands like Goodyear and Dunlop. Low prices, every tire, every day. It's all about price. It's all about service. It's all about saving you money. Low prices, every tire, every day. Discount Tire Company.
Jim Peterson back with you from Target Center, joined with Michael Thompson. Minnesota has done a good job pretty much all game long of really nullifying the potent offense of the Seattle Sonics. Ray Allen, 19 points on 6 of 17. He had 11 in the first quarter. He has not done much. Rashard Lewis, who's their second leading scorer at 18 a game, only has 13 points, and no one else has really hurt Minnesota. Brent Berry has 11 points in the game on 3 or 4 shooting, but the story has been that guy right there. Troy Hudson, 31 points for T-Hud, 14 of 22 shooting, has not gone to the free throw line, so all 31 have come from the field. 4 rebounds, 5 assists, a great all-around game from Troy Hudson.
Yeah, keep the ball in his hands. These 3 guys right here, this is where the ball should be going. Nice move by Kevin Garnett, nice kick out. Anthony Gila couldn't corral the pass. Go right back into the big guy. Oh, that's nice.
Big ticket, making the most of that offensive possession, making a nice turning, spinning shot. Kevin, 20 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists. You know, Kevin had 7 rebounds and 6 assists in the first quarter, only 2 rebounds and 1 assist since then. So we thought he was going to get the triple-double. The fans here at Target Center chant MVP.
Oh, boy, Jabronian, that's about the 3rd time he's taking the ball strong over Kevin and Joe. He's an aggressive, confident player.
Yeah, 6'11", and they list him at 272. He doesn't look like he weighs that much.
Heavy bones must be, huh? Yeah. How old is he?
How old is?
I know he's in his mid-20s. Wally, good shot for the Wolves. Good ball movement. He did come down, traveling. Landed before he passed the ball off. Good defense by Kevin Garnett on the help down. Kevin Garnett all over the floor tonight, everywhere. Whatever the Wolves need, he provides. So does Joe Smith.
One of the things that Coach Nate McMillan thought coming into this ball game was that in order for the Sonics to win it, you see that graphic right there. Minnesota flips Sonics 53 and 28 games decided by 3 points or less. That's the NBA's best record right there. You talk about not making mistakes and not turning the ball over. That's one of the reasons why Flip Saunders teams win in close ball games. It's a great graphic by Bruce Wolf. Zerbiak, 3 of 11 from the floor, 6 points, but it's also been the fact that Wally's done a pretty good job on Rashard Lewis. Only 13 points for Rashard.
Yeah, Wally's just not standing out in one place trying to shoot. He's been very active. He's moving well without the ball. He's helping out on defense. So even though he's had a tough shooting night, he's doing little things to help his team win. He doesn't sulk just because his shot's not falling in.
So saying Nate McMillan before.
Knock it down, Wally. Prove me wrong. Ooh, good looking shot there. He's getting good looks. Just not dropping for him right in the last couple of games.
Nate McMillan said they needed to win out, Bells, in order for them to make it to the playoffs.
That's no pressure. I got to win every game.
Yeah. 2.5 games left. I mean, out of that 8th spot. Kevin Garnett getting into it with the fans on the sideline.
Oh, yeah, KG knows how to do that. He knows how to pump himself up and pump his team up. 41 seconds to go. The Wolves enjoy this 4-point lead. All they need is one defensive stop, Jimmy Peterson, and the game is over.
Check it out. Introducing the all-new Ram Heavy Duty. Grab Dodge's 770 powertrain limited warranty. Ford, Chevy, and Toyota don't match it.
Mom, Ralphie took my new Rob and Mike CD. Did not. Did
too.
Ralphie.
Mom, she's making it up again.
Okay, you two, stop it. Oh, can't we ever have a normal family dinner?
Well, what do you think?
I don't know, it just didn't feel right.
Let's try that one.
So much furniture under one roof, you'll eventually find something you like. Becker Furniture World, Minnesota's largest furniture showroom.
Welcome back to the Target Center, where the Wolves enjoy a 4-point lead with 41 seconds to go, 11 seconds on the shot clock. And be sure to check out UPN 29 Saturday afternoon at 2:30 p.m. when the Wolves hit the road for a game in Phoenix against Stephon Marbury and Jim Peterson's favorite rookie, Amari Stoudemire, and the rest of the Suns. That's the Wolves and Suns. Saturday afternoon at 2:30. You got nothing else to do. The golf courses aren't open yet, so tune in on UPN 29 at 2:30 and check out a very exciting game, because that game means a lot to both teams, as does this one. One stop, Jimmy Peterson. 11 seconds to go on the shot clock. The game is over.
One stop, and then it's going to be a free throw fest. Way too easy that time.
Oh, yeah, geez.
Perry finding a cutting. Rashard Lewis, only a 2-point game.
Wow. So here we go.
You got to score here.
Got to go inside to Kevin Garnett and then cut and get ready for the open shot, because they definitely will come and double team this guy. They're going to surround him with green jerseys. Here they come. Somebody cut, move to the open area. He's got to move the ball quickly. There it is. One more pass in the corner. Kendall Gill will knock it down, baby. Yo! Yeah, that's why they say, Kendall says, give me the ball. I know what to do with it.
Yeah, I got Kruskin with me all of a sudden.
Well, you knew that was going to happen. Kendall lives for these moments. There he is, and he comes up with the steal. He's everywhere. Not only is he a pretty boy, but he's getting the job done, too, the hard way.
Oh, man. How about Kendall Gill? You're talking about a guy who has been a big-time scorer in this league and has made lots of big shots in his career. That extra pass by Wally Szczerbiak and Anthony Peeler, the pump fake by Kendall, step through, knock down the J. Kendall Gill showing a lot of heart right there.
Listen, anybody who will get into the octagon in the Ultimate Fighting Championship, you know they got heart. Even though he missed the free throw. But shooting a jump shot is easy from getting in there and facing some guy like Tank Abbott, or who was that big guy who used to beat everybody up?
Andre the Giant?
No, the real wrestlers.
I don't know.
Oh, what was his name?
This is your realm, man.
I know, I used to like that guy. Oh, his name will come to me. But Kendall Gill is showing you, shooting a little jump shot to clinch a game was no big deal for him, or a free throw. Wolves right now get back to a 5-point lead, 8.1 seconds to go. Jim Peterson says this game is over. But don't you go nowhere.
Check you out.
Your home, your family, your life. When making major purchases, there's a lot you have to think about. And eventually, you're gonna have to think about how lenders see you, because they determine what you pay for a loan. At myfico.com, you can get the credit score lenders use to make their decisions. Plus, you get the tools to help you strengthen your future. Know your score. Gain control of your financial world. Visit myfico.com and see how lenders see you.
Jim Peterson joined with Michael Thompson-Bells. Let's talk a little strategy right here. 91-86.
Strategy?
Seattle has the basketball on the sideline. They had a quick score last time. Rashard Lewis had a nice little curl cut to the basket that time. Barry found it from the corner.
I think the Wolves will defend it. I think the Wolves will defend this one better this time. As you see, Rashard Lewis has come from a high cut. Nobody switched off, and Wally had his fight through two players. Kevin Garnett or some big guy should have picked him up. You got to talk, you got to communicate in that kind of situation. And here, 8 seconds to go, just switch everything.
Score quick, and you got to call timeout up your Seattle. If you're Minnesota, you don't let anybody step outside the arc. And
yeah, the Sonics obviously need a quick shot within 2 seconds if they can get it. Just turn and shoot it. You're running out of time. There you go. And that should do it. So the Wolves break the slide of 3 in a row, Jimmy Peterson. Does this get them back on the winning track now? Gives them the right kind of momentum going into Phoenix?
I think so. I mean, I look at this is a big win. This is a must-win. You had to win this basketball game. Seattle wanted to win it too, but Minnesota needed it worse. Szczerbiak This is the last shot. Minnesota holds on. What a great job by Troy Hudson in this ballgame. He was the key to the game, Michael Thompson.
Yeah.
Kevin Garnett is tremendous, and we're going to try to get Troy Hudson over to speak with us.
Yeah, Troy's a man of few words.
You see Troy's 31 points, 5 assists on 14 of 22 shooting. 31 points represents tying the season high for Troy Hudson. His career high is 34 points, but T-Hud's offensive aggressiveness early in the ballgame set the tone for Minnesota. And we're going to talk to Troy Hudson in just 1 second. He'll put his headset on.
Troy's the man. Troy Hudson, what can we say? You know, you were hotter than Adrian Brody and Nicole Kidman combined. Now, you got to explain.
And Halle Berry.
And Halle Berry, that's right. Matter of fact, she may want to kiss you tonight the way you performed.
Yeah.
Explain the zone you were in. Can you explain it? How does it feel the way you played tonight in that first half when everything you threw up was going in?
Well, you know, the zone actually started a couple days ago. You know, I haven't showed up in 3 games, I felt like. And tonight I want to come out with focus and be aggressive on the offensive end and try to get my team going.
I think that, Troy, just looking at the way you guys came out tonight.
Coach. You see that? Bam! He didn't get one.
Where's my Pepsi at?
Oh! He didn't ask for one. Boom! You know what I mean? Ask for Pepsi, you get a Pepsi. Boom!
Are you a real fan? Want to see the replay? Want to be courtside? Have you ever been in a locker room? Need a photo? Need a score? When is game time? Did you catch that? Looking for some stuff? Then log on to NBA.com and check out all your favorite NBA apparel. To shop, log on to NBA.com or America Online keyword NBA.com. What are you doing? Experience the NBA online. NBA.com.
Grizzlies NBA basketball on Fox Sports Net is brought to you by First Tennessee, all things financial. Dodge, grab life by the horns. And by Michelob, the beer with a smooth taste and a nice finish. Welcome back to Memphis. Here along the Mississippi River. Karl Malone with 19 points tonight, 5 rebounds. Malone, along with Matt Harpring, have led the charge here in the second half. Ostertag has 10 rebounds, but the Memphis Grizzlies behind the sharpshooting of Wesley Person. 24 points, have been able to battle the Utah Jazz late. And of course, Lorenzen Wright, what a night for him, fouling out, 329 mark, 17 points and 8 rebounds on 8 of 12 shooting, started 4 of 4. And the defense was there from early on, but as you know, if you continually play tough defense and you don't get any offense, all of a sudden that defense can go away. Well, guess what? Grizzlies defense was tough early. Lorenzen Wright was knocking down shots, and that just really picked up the momentum for the Memphis Grizzlies. Malone tonight 2 of 3 from the free throw line.
And as well, when you're playing against Utah, you have to make outside shots. You have to make jumpers to give yourself a chance to win the game, because they pack it in on you defensively, make you shoot it, and if you're not making them, then they pack it in even more. But tonight, Grizzlies making them.
Harpring is so tough. He has 8 rebounds. Fought through a poor first half. Second shot doesn't go. Harpring, that second chance opportunity. .235 remaining. 10-point game. Here's Person. No. Stockton. Stockton for 3. Got it. 7-point game, 2:21 remaining.
Grizzlies, good execution on offense. Continue to run your plays. Waste as much time on the clock as you possibly can before you get into your offensive set.
14-5 run by Utah. Stockton a 37% three-point shooter. And you see what has occurred over the last 3:20. Shot clock down to 5. Williams driving, kick out. Wesley Person again. Lights it up. Wesley Person, a season best 27. He has 5 threes in the second half.
Money every time he gets his feet set like that. Jason Williams crossing over John Stockton up top, getting into the lane.
Malone cutting, Harpring, and he gets fouled and led to the free throw line with 1:43 to go. You talked about it. They're going to pack you in the middle and down low, and then you have to knock down your outside shots. That's happened tonight.
And that's Utah. That's their defensive philosophy. They're going to make you beat them from the outside. They're going to try to take away your layups, take away your points in the paint, and if you make jump shots, your success will be very high against Utah.
8 straight points by Wesley Person. Grizzlies are 9 of 20 from three-point range, and Matt Harpring has 20 points himself. And for Matt Harpring, he now has reached 20-plus in 3 of the last 4 games. 21 against the Lakers, 21 against Minnesota, 21 tonight against Memphis. In his last contest, he had 14 against Denver.
And don't be surprised to see Hubie come back to exactly the same play. Jason Williams up top. John Stockton doesn't have the foot speed to stay in front of him.
And Wesley got into a little bit of trouble with Karolinko all over him, and so he decided to call a timeout with 1:29 remaining and 10 seconds on the shot clock. The Memphis Grizzlies lead by 8, led by as many as 16 in Utah. First game of a 4-game road trip, and you know that with their character and personality, they are just going to be relentless. They have been that, but the Grizzlies have been able to fight it off tonight.
Hey, Utah, they're going to battle you until there's all zeros showing on that clock. They can battle all they want to. If you leave Wesley Person by himself, lights out.
Wesley Person, 5 threes in the second half, 13 points in the 4th quarter. He has been huge for the Memphis Grizzlies this evening. And remember, the Grizzlies performing tonight without Mike Miller, who they just acquired from Orlando because of back spasms. And the Grizzlies certainly hope to see him on Wednesday night in Philadelphia. But Memphis right now by 8 with 1:29 to go, 10 seconds on the shot clock.
Get the ball back in Jason Williams' hands. Up top, the floor, 4 other players, flatten out, go to the baseline, let him operate, create, get his own shot. Find one of the perimeter players like he did the previous possession. Wesley Person, Shane Battier spotting up for 3-pointers.
Tom Washington nods to Eddie F. Rush and says we're set to roll. Williams up high, Strohmeyer. Jason Williams between the eyes.
A deep 3-pointer by Jason Williams. John Stockton backed a little off Jason that time. He raised up and shot it right between the eyes.
Malone foul. 11-point game.
Malone jumping into the body.
Up there? You got a trap down.
Getting to the free throw line. Jason Williams, big 3-pointer. Shot clock running down. Not afraid to take the big shot.
How about this? All 5 starters deep into double digits. Jason Williams a double-double, his 10th of the season. The last time he reached a double-double was on January 31st against the Knicks. He had 21 and 13. Tonight, 13 and 11. Offensively, of course, led by Person 27, Gasol 18, Wright 17, Williams 13, and Battier a dozen. Malone, there are his numbers.
And I like the shot distribution also by the Grizzlies. Shane Battier, the only one with less than 10 shots. He has 7, but Shane Battier normally won't take a lot of shots.
Strohmeyer gives it to Wesley Person. He's going to hold on to it for a while now to Jason. Nearing a minute remaining of the Memphis Grizzlies lead, 101-92. Under 10 of the shot clock and under a minute remaining here at the Pyramid. Williams gives it to Powell. Stripped to the basketball. Gets it back. One of the shot clock violation. And Karl Malone wants a timeout, and he takes it. So a timeout taken by the Utah Jazz. The Grizzlies leading by 9 at home against Utah, trying to avoid that season series sweep. 50 seconds left to go.
Max, you're killing me.
Hey, everybody jamming. Hey, man. She jamming? They jamming too. Can a brother get a Bud Light, man?
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down. Make it a Bud Light.
Introducing 54321, the show that brings you inside the world of extreme sports.
Grizzlies 101-92. Memphis shooting 49%. 47% from downtown. 10-21 in the Advanced Auto Parts play of the game.
Pau Gasol with the rebound. Jason Williams pushing it up. Cross-court pass. Wesley Person. A huge three-pointer. But we've seen Wesley do that before. The Advanced Auto Parts play of the game.
That was a huge, huge three. And you see he's just 6 off from tying his career best. Stockton cutting. Padgett. Malone from the outside. Doesn't go. Person climbs up. Got a piece of it. So did Karolinko. Padgett in a crowd. Tapped up. Last touch by Memphis. So it's Utah ball.
Good possession by the Grizzlies. Good hustle. The more time they can make Utah waste trying to get points, beneficial to them. Utah can't get it to fall, and Grizzlies showing their scrappiness, something they've displayed the entire night.
Harpering lost it. Just a rare night for Matt Harpering. 21 points, but he lost it there in a key situation.
You can see the frustration of him acting like he was going to pick the ball.
Battier, Jason Williams. Here's Wesley Person. Wesley's going to hold on to it.
Utah doesn't know who's coming out to commit the foul.
So Harpering, well, Harpering decided. Outstanding job tonight by the Memphis Grizzlies. You know, bench tonight for Memphis, 14 points. The bench for Utah tonight, 20. But it's been the starters that have done just a sensational job. And Jason Williams with the first free throw, 14 points. Certainly a key tonight, Hersey. 18 of 22 from the free throw line.
Free throws as well as shooting the ball well from the field. Nearly 50% tonight. Unheard of against a good defensive team like Utah.
And also close to 48% from three-point range. Malone will jack it up. It doesn't go. Gasol with a rebound. And a tough night tonight for the Utah Jazz, but for the Memphis Grizzlies, what a wonderful accomplishment. They lost the 3 prior meetings between these two teams, and the Grizzlies come away with the victory, 103-92. They'll hear from a boisterous crowd here at the Pyramid. What a night for Wesley Person, Pau Gasol, Lorenzen Wright, Shane Battier, and of course Jason Williams. Another double-double. J-Will, 15 and 11, his 10th double-double of the season. And the Memphis Grizzlies, 13 and 15 here at home. They've won 3 of their last 4 games here at the Pyramid. We'll talk about it right after these messages. Memphis victorious against Utah.
Get the best values in America from Dodge. Take our best products, like Ram Heavy Duty, Motor Trend's 2003 Truck of the Year, the Hemi-powered Ram 1500, and the just right size Dakota. Plus our best warranty, Dodge's fully transferable 770 powertrain limited warranty. Plus our best deals, up to a $3,000 cash allowance or 0% financing on most models. Add it all up, it equals the best values in America. See your Dodge dealer or visit Dodge.com.
The best damn sports show, period. Sports television like you've never seen it before.
Four idiots sitting around talking sports. Great television.
Hang with the fellas. Cut loose with the stars.
What the hell does this have to do with sports?
Finally, a sports show that gets the picture. The best damn sports show, period, tonight on Fox Sports Net.
Introducing 54321, the show that brings you inside the world of extreme sports.
College basketball on Fox Sports Net. SEC tourney position is on the line when Vanderbilt takes on South Carolina.
Come ball with us.
Then, it's a battle of teams on the NCAA bubble with LSU taking on Tennessee. Come ball with us. Action tips off Saturday at 5 on Fox Sports Net.
Welcome back to the Pyramid. The Memphis Grizzlies defeat the Utah Jazz by a score of 103-92. Wesley Person tonight, Hersey, was just phenomenal, and down the stretch he was huge. Knocked down 1 3 after another. You look at his total, a season best 27. He was 6 of 10 from three-point range.
Yeah, and that's where they miss Wesley at. In games like these, when you're playing against veteran teams, he never loses his composure. He makes big shots in the fourth quarter, and tonight he was huge. Whenever they seemed to need a basket, some kind of way, the ball ended up in his hands, and again, he made it count. Big night out of Wesley.
Gatorade Player of the Game, Wesley Person. And for the Memphis Grizzlies, with the way that Utah has handled them in the first 3 matchups, they came out early and they set the tone on the defensive end, led, of course, by Lorenzen Wright, Pau Gasol. Collective effort. Jason Williams, Shane Battier, Wesley Person, the deflections. Early it was Lorenzen Wright. He was a perfect 4-4 in the first quarter, had 8 points. You look at this night, what a night for the 5 starters. They did a sensational job at both ends.
They did, and especially